Just testing to make sure everything's good. I'm going to need... All right, good. We got some people. What kind of delay is that? It's like a 30-second delay. What kind of... It's kind of a long delay, don't you think? 30-second. No, I mean, if it's 30-second delay, it's kind of no point. It's not like I can censor anything. It's all after the fact anyway. All right. Change the title so that should look better. Let me open this up. And, oh, wow, we have 6 people already. You're on your lunch. That's fantastic, Nick. I don't have lunch anymore because I don't work. I kind of got laid off. I made a custom thumbnail for this one. Hope it showed up. StreamYard is still kind of new to me, so I don't know if I'm doing it all right, but damn, this takes long to load. Well, it's because I have Photoshop open. That's why. 9 people. Sweet. I guess late night is better. I think I have a lot of Pacific viewers. That's why. Yeah, that would make sense. Why everyone comes when I do a late. Yes, there were leaks. Gaming Obsession. Jump in later. Yeah, I don't know how long this is going to be, Sean. This could be a couple hours. I'm just kind of screwing around. Yeah, there were leaks. It was, hello, Matthew. It was some toys. I made a video about it. It actually did really well. Or it's doing well. I can tell when they do really well because if it gets more views than I have subs, then I must be doing something right. Okay. So we did a stream earlier. I don't know how many people are going to come back, but we had a couple people earlier today. This is pretty cool, I guess. I don't like that they have their stupid watermark, but I really don't feel like paying for like premium. So yeah, we're gonna discuss the leaks. I'm gonna get the images up actually, and then I'm gonna be fluctuating between that and the chat. So hopefully, yes, and Sean, it actually keeps getting. I don't know how it keeps getting views, but it'll hit 3K tonight, which is nothing amazing. My last video to hit 3K was like February something. Yes, Gaming Obsession. I'm gonna get the images now. If you don't want to be spoiled, that's totally fine. But there's 4 pictures. And actually, shout out to Sean, JT's Reborn, for showing me the pictures. He didn't, get them himself, but he sent them to me. So, I only got the first 2. That's annoying. This could slow down my computer. I don't know, but we'll see. Actually, I could just get the chat on my phone. That would be easier, wouldn't it? Just thought about that. So, there they are. Image 1 through 4. Just open those up. Yeah, I'm going to have the chat on my phone so it doesn't have to get in the way. All right, cool. It's also good so I can check that the video is actually doing what it's supposed to be doing. All right, good. There's one image, and I think we're set. Cool. Oh, that's awesome. I can open them individually like that. That's cool. I guess I'll go from least exciting to exciting or something like that. They open up together, which is annoying. All right, let's get screen share going. All right, cool. And there it is. So there is Godzilla. This one is this one's not like the craziest thing in the world, but we do have. Let me just see if I can get a better angle. This. There are a couple notable things. Something that's pretty cool is grab the little damage right there, which does look pretty cool. That is removable. Atomic breath, obviously, as an additive. That's pretty sweet. And I love this logo, this picture. It's awesome. What's interesting to me is it looks like they have a different font for Kong. It looks kind of like the Godzilla font now, where I think the first poster had his text, but I think they changed the font. Which is, it's fine. Dorsal fins, they do look white. So that does kind of more or less confirm that, the concept art saying, oh, it's going to be white. And then this image with actually, you can see the white tip right there. So that they do look white. I think it looks great, but they also could be lighting up because of the atomic breath. So we don't know. We don't know yet. I'm actually going to remove this because they're in really bad order. So they're in. I don't want to spoil one of the cool ones yet. Here is Kong. This one's pretty interesting. All right. So Kong also has removable damage right there. It's right there. It's on the arm. Pretty cool, actually. I think those are really cool features, honestly. The Kong looks pretty angry. This is just great. The the battle axe. Is it a dorsal fin? Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, that's fine, Sean. The link, I sent you the link already, so it should still work. And there's the damage. Now, in my video, I thought that this was a replaceable axe head. I was wrong. The reason I thought that was because it has like a blue hue to it a little bit. So I was mistaken. But that's just great. Look at that. That is awesome. Yeah, Parokokik, it's like there's a lot. But who knows? I mean, at the same time, it's like, what else don't we know? Oh, there's Sean. Let me get him in.
Can you hear me?
What's up?
Oh, cool. I'm on the live chat. Sweet.
Yeah.
Hey,
just going over your little discovery right here of the dorsal fin on the axe. So.
Oh, okay.
Which somebody else pointed that out in one of my comments. Yes, Jared, that's what I'm talking about now, where it looks like the head of the axe is a dorsal plate. I call it fin. I keep calling them dorsal fins. But yeah, Parokokik, like at the same time, it's like, okay, we already have a Mecha Godzilla and this new Titan and a new Skull Crawler, and it's like, I don't even know how they're gonna do it at this point, which makes it a little more mysterious, honestly. So that's kind of what I'm in. Do you have any thoughts on the Kong figure, Sean, before I move on?
The figure looks kind of neat. Like I said, I noticed the dorsal fin kind of like it's almost like he took one of the dorsal plates and just kind of created like a weapon out of it. I think that's kind of cool.
That would
The
be
figure
awesome to
itself,
see.
I saw that and I'm like, wait a minute, because like if you look at the other images of the axe, it looks kind of just like just simple stone. But if you look at this one, it's got the blue dorsal fin like
Yeah.
design just kind of built into the axe. It could be like a bone or something that he fastened together to make a weapon. I mean, I think that looks kind of neat. But I mean,
Now,
it's
I
just
mean,
crazy. We're going full crazy with this movie with Kong
I
doing
know.
the animax. He's like fucking Kratos and God of War. It's going for a very anime type crazy vibe with the
Oh yeah.
movie.
And one thing that I mean, these are the same figures from that big toy set though,
Yep.
which is why I'm confused why there's no Mecha G. But
I guess they're saving him for later on down the road. I take it.
what was I gonna say about this crap? I kind of have a theory about the axe where I think maybe in the first or second encounter with Godzilla, he kind of breaks it off, and by the final fight, he has the axe or something like that.
Yeah, I
But
think so.
oh my god, that's gonna be so sick.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Like, is he gonna have it like bring it with him to the final battle, or if he's just gonna kind of have it like just there, like
Yeah,
from the
I
get
mean,
go? No, no,
yeah. Let me.
I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to think of.
So I kind of breezed through those ones, but the next two have a lot more discussion to them.
Yep. By the
So,
way,
ooh, not
congrats.
that
Your
one.
video is doing pretty well view wise.
Yeah, it'll probably hit 3K at some point, actually.
Yeah, mine I think will probably hit 1K though. But I've got other videos doing quite well. Like my channel's on a up and up lately. And thanks for the shout out the other day too.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, everybody in the chat, just letting you know, I'm gonna be using StreamYard for the chat, but it is like delayed by like a minute, so don't worry, I will see everything. So the
Okay,
next one,
so looking at the comments, you see that Jared Osborne's like, you think Godzilla's going to give Kong a wound in the movie, just like the wound
yeah,
in the
that,
figure?
yeah,
Yeah, I
that
think
is
so.
there.
I think it's most likely going to happen, or it could be one of the other Titans giving him one too. Because you don't
I
really
mean,
see Godzilla bite too much. Well, actually, to be fair, he did eat King Ghidorah at the end of the last movie, so I guess.
Godzilla's battle damage on his figure is gigantic.
Yeah, I think that's where the axe comes in. Just like that's probably his dorsal plate, just getting gashed right across
Right.
like his chest.
Jeremiah, I am addressing Mega Kong and Mega Godzilla right now, so that's pretty cool. Let's zoom in on it. Now, again, these aren't the best quality, so it's kind of difficult to. So I think Kong looks like he has a swingable arm or something, or
Yeah, this is Roid Kong, as I like to call him. So I think these are just toys, though. I don't know if they're going to be in the movie. Like, I think they're just kind of figures. Like, but I don't because like if they have both of them mega, I'm like, are they both going to get some crazy upgrades too? But
yeah,
I
that
kind
would
of
be a
wish
little weird.
like the tricky thing is too is only one of them has some sort of like armor on it. That's the only thing.
Right.
But
Well,
like
Kong
if
has
you
the axe though.
yeah, Kong has the axe, but he doesn't have the full blown armor. I kind of wish he had armor too. Like just imagine both of them in kind of like some sort of armor fighting too. This is
That'd be pretty
this
fun.
just movie's gonna be crazy. Like when that first trailer drops, it's gonna break the internet.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna be like it's got to be like must see event. I know some people are like, well, it's gonna be they should delay it again. I'm like, no, they have a fine release date. Just stick to it. You're gonna face competition regardless. So, but like nothing else is gonna be moved there because other movies just got delayed till next year. And I think too, like with the Black Widow movie, it since it got delayed like by 6 months after like heavy advertising, I think the audience isn't going to care as much going out to it. It's like, okay, we already like got an overabundance of advertising. Maybe we're just not going to. I don't know. It just never felt like it was leaving like the big impact that I felt like a lot of the other movies were at this point. But we'll see because it just feels kind of like it's going to be there. But we'll see what GVK is going to do.
yeah. So this is, and by the way, I can't read this at all. So
Say Kaiju Network, don't you notice that you sound like Seth Green?
nah, whatever. So,
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
Sound like Seth Green? Really?
Scotty Doo.
God damn it!
Can I just say Scotty Doo?
Oh fuck! No. You know what? Seth Green's not terrible. That's not even a bad thing.
Right.
So this projectile piece is in fact in his mouth in this photo. But why does
Yeah.
it look so freaking weird?
I think too, it's kind of gonna be like, was it the anime trilogy where it kind of had like these mini like splurts, kind of like maybe that's what the mega
Uh,
form is for. It's to like, um, I think it almost looks like an inhibitor or maybe just a power up. I don't know. This is just I've never seen anything like this. I guess the Treadmasters figures from the '90s kind of had them, but like in a movie, because like him with armor is a completely new idea, and I'm kind of all for it just because it just seems crazy.
and Jeremiah, if you mean right here, it says lights and sounds because that could be true.
Yeah, I think that says lights and sounds. Yeah, that's lights and sounds right there. I mean, it's pretty blurry, but God, I wish these were clearer so I could get a better look. But you
Does
know what?
that
At
say
least
that? But that looks like it says the same thing on Kong. I don't know how Kong would have lights.
lights and sound, but he's got like an arm swinging thing. If you notice too, like the motion of his arm kind of like swings back and forth, like you ever see South Park with the
Yeah.
Alabama man, where it's like Alabama man will slap her like that. That's so Kong can do his backhand.
Yeah. So what the hell does that say right there?
Try me.
Oh.
Oh, she's gonna roar, and then that's probably to fire the little projectile. Probably because they wanted to kind of just shoot like all the kids are gonna be like, oh yeah, I got my Mega Godzilla toy. The toys are already like cooler than the King of the Monsters ones
I know.
because they're gonna go all out for this one.
I'm
But,
just laughing. I'm like, what does this say? What theory here? Like, oh, it's just try me. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and like it's like the Jurassic Park toys. They always have some crazy like tie-ins of sorts.
I was kind of unimpressed by the King of the Monsters stuff because 2014 they had like the Jack specific figure and that thing was massive.
Yeah, a lot of the toys for KOTM were kind of cheap looking. Like I know because I bought my nephew a bunch of them, so but they were kind of cheap.
All right,
Let's go ahead and get into the Prometheus looking one. You know, the snake one. What do you guys think that the Attack of the movie is going to be on par with the Attack from Show movies, the MCU, and Pacific Rim? I don't think it'll be Pacific Rim levels yet. I think it's kind of the beginning. No. It's kind of the beginning of that because if you look at where the universe has gone, like the first movie is kind of just grounded Earth-based stuff, and then the second movie got like the aliens with Ghidorah. This movie's bringing in the mechas, and I think if they do another one, it's going to be like bio-engineered Titans. Yeah. I think that's the next logical step because when you think about what hasn't been done in the universe yet, bio-engineered and then mechas. But here we have Nozuki, which looks like the snake thing from Prometheus, but with kind of bat wings. And I like the color scheme. And I do like how this universe has such a wide variety of different like designs for the Titans. And we still got the skull crawlers there too. So that should be kind of neat.
Yeah, that'll. I mean, I kind of suspected they would be back anyway. The skull crawlers.
Yeah, but they're bigger too, which is good.
Well, yeah, that is true.
I think Nozuki will be in the Hollow Earth, though. At least that's what I think. You're zooming on that
because I had a comment say that the face looked like a skull crawler.
It's too hard to tell.
Is that the body? Is that the? This thing looks. It's pretty cool, but it's so like
it's weird. Like a cobra when it spreads like its neck out. That's kind of what it looks like. But
yeah, I see. Like I said in my little video, it's kind of like a serpent bat.
Right.
Sort of thing, and then we have this, which it looks like a hand, somebody grabbing the wing or something.
Yeah,
that's like part of the wing and
metal damage reveal.
See, this kind of looks like the body color right there. So I don't know.
Yeah, I like how it's red and kind of really vibrant and colorful.
Yeah.
So I think that's good too. What do you guys think the Skullcrawler would do, or the Muto Prime? Maybe Kong will have his lights in his eyes and the lights in the mouth, and maybe his spines. I think that would be cool. Probably in the eyes and the spine will light up or something.
Yes, Jared. Nozuki's probably Skull Island creature.
I think that's probably if they're going to go into the Hollow Earth, that's where they'll find him.
Yeah.
At least that's my theory.
Yes, I really hope. Yeah, this thing is nuts. Again, they got their Monsterverse advert. It's 4+ by the way.
Mm-hmm. No, it's cool. They got the brand name. Like they got it. I think they really need to in the trailer. They need to establish that it says, you know how Marvel does like their little like Marvel logo. They really need to put Monsterverse logo on these movies.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they started using the brand for the Skull Island toys. And
Kingdom Hearts, but they don't put it on the trailers. I think that's a mistake. But I think it's good to start doing it now because it says that like you're fully confident in it, because Universal did the thing with the Dark Universe where they got so arrogant, where they're just like, oh, we're gonna have like 20 movies, and then the Mummy came out and it sucked, and should have been another movie with Brendan Fraser, but no, we got the Tom Cruise one, and they cut out his damn scream, which was in the trailer, which was a huge disappointment to me.
So yeah, this thing is just bonkers.
Yeah, I like it. I'm very excited to see this thing in action. I'm very excited to see because like I said, it's not one of the 19 or 20 ones that they named in the last movie.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I'm gonna try to find the old toy picture and kind of look at that one a little bit too. See if we can see it, because I swear to God, like those. At least I know like the Kong Battle Axe toy looks like the same one, and maybe the Red Spine Godzilla looks similar.
Right.
So I'm gonna find that.
But again, those were like prototype figures. I'm sure maybe things have changed too. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe it's tough to tell. But I am very excited for what this all holds. I think I have images on my computer too. I could always share. Let me see if I got.
I'm really afraid to cough, by the way, because everyone's like, "Oh, you got the virus."
You do have the virus.
Oh, I don't.
Yes, you
do. Hey, everybody! Cake Every Night is out tomorrow, by the way.
Oh, is this the second one we recorded where we just like went down the rabbit hole of crazy stuff?
No, actually, that one was so like, it's not even salvageable. Like there was so much lag.
Oh, okay.
I'm uploading the Godzilla ripoff episode I did with Justin and Pierce.
Oh, cool! I didn't even know you guys recorded.
It is a good one.
Okay, so let's read the comments too. If the make a continuation of GBK, it should be about Kiko, Manila, and Megalon is the villain monster. Sure, let's go for it. Do you think Biollante should be the next monster Godzilla fights after this movie? Maybe. I think I guess that's the next logical step is bioengineered Titans. I think Destroyer would be cool too, because you can I can even figure out how they got his name. So, you have Ghidorah DNA, and then you have the Oxygen Destroyer plus Ghidorah, and then kind of combine them into something. There's the name. Just a simple. So, do you think the sounds for Mecha Kong, Mecha Godzilla will have the accurate roars from the movies? Yeah, they'll have the accurate ones. And the Nozuki figure was red colored. Yep.
Let me get this shit up.
Yeah, come on, get this shit
up. So this one is
Zoom
higher quality.
Zoom it in all the way. Zoom the shit in.
So here we see Kong with the cut. That looks like the wing of that dude. There is another picture, by the way, so this isn't the only one. And then
I do like them. I've grown to really kind of like this Mecha Godzilla design. I like the claw hand.
I do too. And I'm wondering, maybe this is just because smaller figure, less detail. This one does not have red spines. So that could.
I think the red is going to be the atomic breath equivalent. So. I think that's going to be when he lights up, because he's going to be. I think he's going to be powered by Ghidorah DNA.
Interesting.
At least that's my theory. It has to do something.
So, yeah,
but then there's
is the exact same figure. I don't know if this one is.
But it looks gray though. Like the other picture was blue.
Actually, you know what? I kind of see the blue. Actually, and in this one, this looks like the same box as that Godzilla figure.
Yeah. I want a close-up look at Mecha G's face though, but we don't really have one because it's kind of off to the side. Because like he's gonna have. I like the hands though. I like it. I really like the hands. I think that's cool. It's like
I think that's pretty neat. I think the feet look kind of cool. Now right there, are those like toe rockets or something, or am I just like looking into that?
I think it'd be kind of cool. Like, give me this shit.
I haven't actually gone in depth on this before, but there is a lot of like random stuff. Like, is that like a mini Godzilla right there? Like, what is that? Is that human? Like,
for size comparison, I don't know.
I have no idea what the hell that is. But no, I think Mecha, like, it looks just like the Godzilla face. It's like pretty flat, flat-headed, like the MonsterVerse design.
Yeah. Oh, you got some comments in here. Say, Can, do you remember the MonsterVerse on Godzilla movie idea I told you about, when the best way to describe the movie is that it's like a live-action anime movie mixed with E.T., Iron Giant, etc.? That's from Jared.
Yes. Yeah, he was said, oh, let's make a Son of Godzilla movie and have it like the 80s, 90s kid adventure movies.
Go for it. Fucking A. Just give me like more stuff. You know what I think would be a cool post credit scene for this movie? Gamera shows up. That should be the post credit scene if they were to do one. Can you imagine
I
how
would,
much everybody would lose their shit?
I would lose it.
I would lose it in the theater. You just kind of hear the roar and you just see the. And then this is the way I do it. If like Gamera shows up like in the movie, he does his little rocket flying around thing. Somebody's like, "What the fuck? What is that?" It's like that's reality going right out the fucking window, and then just kind of go from there. Because I'm like, we don't need realism anymore in these movies. Like I guess the humans and that can kind of be fit with their own rules. We can add the fantastical elements. It's kind of the way the MCU went. Okay, here's another look at it there. Man, he's got like massive claw hands, and then you see kind of the one in the top right corner. Of Mecha G. It almost looks like an exoskeleton, like bones or something.
Yeah. So I did want to comment on. So yeah, that is the figure right there. That is the one we saw. Absolutely 100% the one, because this one's different actually than this one. If you notice, there are no blue dorsal plates poking through the red. On this one, there is some poking through the red.
Yeah, it almost looks like you can't really see stuff. So, but yeah,
really different. Same thing. I thought this was like a quiver or something, but it's just a scratch.
Yeah, he's got the scratch there. Mecha G's there. Isn't this crazy how Mecha G got spoiled with toy leaks?
I know, it's kind of pathetic. But same thing with Burning Godzilla too.
Yeah, that was the one where, because I saw in the second trailer, I'm like, that looks like Burning G, and like a lot of people were just like, no, it's not, and then it's like, yeah, it is.
Well, you wonder if, because remember right after that leak, then they showed him in the trailer. Maybe they will show Mecha Godzilla if they're like, oh fuck it.
Yeah, I think you're gonna see him in the trailer. Like if you have toys like this, and we already know he's in there, he's gonna be kind of like, I don't think he'll be in action necessarily. I think you'll see him kind of silhouetted in the background, or you'll see kind of little teases of him or something. The focus
maybe like his tail or something, or some mech parts, or something.
Or maybe because I don't know if they'll go full like Doomsday and BVS, give away the whole, because like we already know he's in the movie based on the toy leaks,
right?
So and they made toys for him, because whereas Doomsday, I don't think they did make toys.
No.
So teasing him for the next movie, how would you execute it? I don't know. I'd have to like maybe Gamera is like in that ancient civilization. I think, was it in the King of the Monsters credits where they talked about how they would engineer their own kaiju, and wasn't Gamera kind of like in the Heisei series built like by Atlanteans or something? I can't remember.
Yeah, there were some weird aspects. Actually, that's very true.
Yep, I'd say
it's
like
kind of the Heisei storyline, is it?
Yeah, if I recall, I haven't watched it in a while, but I think you could probably go maybe that route.
I just want to point out too, this doesn't look like a figure, by the way. Oh, look, that's an advertisement. That's going to be a virus. Look at it. This doesn't really look like a figure.
Yeah, it looks kind of like a silhouette image, kind of like the one that we saw earlier.
and then up here we have there is Nozuki right there. And then that is a skull crawler.
Yeah, that's a definite skull crawler or whatever. Long fucking day. All right, what do we got here? If Mothra had her own MonsterVerse solo movie, who do you think's the monster antagonist? Batra, Megaguirus, or Gigan? Fuck it, give me Gigan. Gigan's cooler than it's cooler than Batra and Megaguirus. I mean, Megaguirus is like has kind of some messed up stuff. Like Godzilla vs. Megaguirus is kind of like a really like gory movie too. Like some parts.
I hate that movie.
I'm gonna be honest. I like it more than 2000.
I'm not a huge fan of the Millennium series as it is.
GMK is the best of the Millennium, and then Final Wars is just so wacky, crazy. And I like the music. I like the music in Megaguirus. Gigan is awesome though. Yeah, but Gigan definitely has to be like in there. So.
I still think a lot of that's wishful thinking. They're not going to be in the movies.
You know what? I saw them in the concept art.
Yeah, that was a goof.
You never know. I mean, they're going to probably... I remember hearing rumors that aliens are going to show up in the post-credit scene for GVK.
I mean, I guess we all probably thought Mecha Godzilla was crazy at one point.
Nope, not anymore.
So, I mean, it's... Oh my god, I think it's great. But so Mecha Godzilla is interesting because according to the post credits, we know Monarch is building mechs. So does like the human conspiracy take over Monarch's tech or something like that, or how does that work?
What's that?
Because Monarch is building the mechs in the post credit scene. So does the human conspiracy take over the Monarch technology?
I think it's possible. But I think Apex may take control of Makaji, or maybe Apex built him like infiltrated Monarch. Because you remember you watching like the behind the scenes photos of GBK, you see Monarch people kind of fighting on the inside. I think Apex infiltrated Monarch, used the funds to build Mecha Godzilla, and then took over.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah, kind of like the whole like Hydra kind of
Yeah,
shield thing.
something like that.
It's a little typical, but I mean, I'm just genuinely excited to see King Kong with a beard swinging an axe.
Yeah, I mean that to me is just gonna be fucking nuts.
I mean, in that picture in this one, actually no, it's not even shared anymore. But the toys like Kong fighting Mechagodzilla, that is the coolest crap.
Yeah, didn't he fight in like a comic or something or a manga?
Oh, probably.
Probably. You guys think Mechagodzilla might get the lights and sounds as well? I'm sure he will. Jeremiah, I'm sure he will. What do you
They
think of the
could do a
story?
lot of good stuff with the Mechagodzilla figure, by the way.
Yeah, I was watching the
Jesus.
original because that's I think that one's my favorite Mechagodzilla movie. But just the scene where it's just Godzilla and kind of King Caesar are running around, even though like it's kind of like I feel like might be kind of something that we'll see in the movie because when you think about it, King Caesar just stole King Kong's roar, so it's kind of maybe some tribute to it.
Yeah, it could be true. Uh, Team Godzilla. So you guys think we're getting a new Godzilla game this year, like a Godzilla versus Kong? I think making a Godzilla Kong game would be a great uh, idea for marketing. I'd love another Godzilla game, especially because the PS4 one is only one player. Because I still play couch co-op, by the way.
Well, it's multiplayer if you play online.
Well, I don't do that, so
Jared Osborne, do you hate the Godzilla anime? I don't like the Godzilla anime. I tried.
like sorry, like why don't we just make like an Injustice game, but for all the monster versus kaiju, like
Yeah,
straight
we
up.
need a good AAA monster game. I think if this movie makes $1 billion, because like I feel like it's really close to like the Monsterverse is really close to being that big breakout franchise. I think GBK has a shot at being the highest grossing movie of the year, considering everything got pushed back and delayed and such.
Yeah, like I said, at this point they got to lock this date. Stand their ground, just let it happen at this
Yeah,
point.
because they're just in post production having a good old time while everyone else is kind of on lockdown. So
But this does suck because they have this writers' room for this movie and the future, and now because they're waiting on this movie, they're like, should we even bother writing anything else? Because we have no idea.
no, I mean
So,
I think they already have ideas for the future because you wouldn't assemble a writer's room if you're just going to do one movie.
well, no, I know, but I'm saying like it's kind of frustrating, like waiting because the green light's going to come if this movie does well. So now they're kind of just sitting here, like,
Yeah, I think what'll
uh,
happen is they already have things kind of planned in the idea stages. And if you remember that kind of leaked timeline that came out a few years ago, I think like because I remember was it like before the concept art book came out, they had like Destroy All Monsters as like the fifth movie, but like and then like if you like look the concept art book like for the King of the Monsters thing, it was in that concept art book.
oh yeah, that was pretty nuts. Yeah, because that was out before the concept art was even in the book. So,
Mm-hmm.
or that could have just been someone in Legendary who shared it. Could have been
Yeah,
the
it's
artist.
possible.
Like, you never know. Somebody could have been a concept artist and could have shared their art with like somebody, and somebody could have made a design. But everything else looked just I don't know. Who knows? I forget what the art for the Straw Monsters looked like though.
Just look up the timeline, you'll see it.
Comes out November 20th, I believe.
Yep, I took the day off work, so I don't have. I mean, assuming we'll be back.
Did you actually take a vacation day?
I did. I saved it for that day.
Awesome.
He looks
That's
like the
good,
Dragon
man.
Zord mixed with anime mecha guy. Yeah, I can kind of see the Dragon Zord influence in there, and I love the Dragon Zord. It's the best Zord of all.
Sean, are you available to find the timeline image and like screen share right now?
Yeah, let me just see if I can find it. You
All right.
1 sec.
Oh, jeez. Hey, Justin, we're just discussing the leak, well, the toy leak specifically. Um, ooh, Swagzilla. That's a great name, a Swagzilla King Gamer. We just showed um, the toy images. Just kind of looked at it. It's very blurry, so there's not too much we can tell, but uh, there's enough to like figure out what's kind of going on. But Nozuki's design is pretty hard to like pinpoint. It's kind of a snakish serpent bat looking. I mean, the coloring is actually like basically like Bactra. Yeah, we are getting Mecha G. It's exciting.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, so you got this is the leaked timeline because the King of the Monsters art was from beforehand. Like
Yep.
it appeared in the book. This was back like 2017. So destroy all monsters. You see Kong on his side there, and you have these looks like a skull crawler and some weird standing dude right here. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna be right back. I'll be right back really quick so you guys can just look at the screen.
uh, yeah, I don't know, Justin. I thought that like maybe they could do Biolante. I mean, Hedora could work too, but I was saying Biolante because I mean, and yes, we do think that that is a dorsal plate, by the way. But Justin, to talk about Hedora, I do think that they could have done that because it's been about like humanity's evil. So I was thinking, oh, they'll put some kind of like environmentalist spin on it. But then maybe kind of think of like, oh, maybe they'll just do Biolante. But that didn't happen, sadly. But yes, we do think it is in fact a dorsal plate, which is pretty cool. Hey, Jack is here. Awesome. So I'm actually going to bring the images back up because we have some new people. So let me get this up. I don't want to like break my stream or anything.
All right, Daddy's back. So, what do you guys think of the timeline?
We actually get a lot of new people, so I'm actually just going to bring up the images back.
Okay, yeah, but we have the timeline here. Look what's trending right now. Raw is trending. Arnold, I think that's Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think Ezra Miller was trending earlier, so that was a fun one. Oh God, did you see the memes earlier today?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God, there were so many of them. I had fun posting some too, so that was pretty fun. So yeah, and we have Lex Talk Godzilla. Be sure to follow that account on Twitter. They're a pretty amazing Twitter account.
All right, share screen.
So all right, we'll go ahead and stop sharing this tab. Okay, cool.
Oh crap! There it is. This is the old one, but it's here, so might as well throw it up.
Oh, it's also done. Oh, Jack's in the chat. Hey, Jack.
Yeah.
And Justin. Hey, fellas.
You're missing everything, John.
I know. I'm gone for like 2 minutes, and the world is completely changed. So.
No, I do not think Anguirus will appear. Doherty said that they had some cameo, and I've yet to see it.
Yeah, that's in King of the Monsters.
Yeah, I still don't see where that is.
I'll show it to you. It's kind of
It's in the underwater thing, isn't it?
Yeah, you see it for like a second. You see the exoskeleton.
Yeah, right.
Well, I'd like to see Anger. Angerus deserves more love. That poor boy. Like he's always just getting you kind of get shafted a bit in a lot of his movies. He's Godzilla's best friend.
He gets like effed up a lot.
Yeah, he does. He's his best friend.
Let me just bring these back up for you guys.
Angra skeleton. Yep, it's the skeleton when the bomb goes off under.
Skeleturtle for the monster. Yes. Oh wow, they look better on my big screen. And you say Godzilla BC? Yes, I love Doherty's Godzilla BC idea.
I think it's time. I think we could do a movie without like.
That would be a good TV show.
Yeah, I think you could do like a lot of people say you can't do a kaiju Godzilla movie without humans. I think you can. I'd say make it animated, probably in the vein of like Land Before Time or Lion King.
You could do some like caveman thing where it's like, you know, like they weren't really around with the dinosaurs, but like maybe kaiju or something.
Right. Or you can, another idea I like is you can go an anthology angle with the movie. Just tell various stories centered on different monsters. And just kind of leave it at that.
Kong looks like he's going to be Godzilla's height, basically, exactly.
He's the best friend who takes Godzilla's domestic abuse. Jesus. Nah, Varan needs another. Yeah, Varan could use an appearance too. I feel like all the ones who are kind of underutilized. You know who needs another appearance? The Gargantuas.
Yep.
I think that's the angle you can go with the bioengineered Titans.
Yeah. I was saying Biolante for that. And then,
yeah, Biolante, because like Biolante is one of the most impressive. Like that movie, it's not my favorite, but like just the effort and like how they're able to have that thing function at all was really impressive. Like that is a very complicated.
Imagine the type of threat Biolante could be, like just a massive like creature.
Right. Like I said, I think Doherty said he would do Biolante in a heartbeat. I think he deliberately avoided talking about Mecha Godzilla though, because he knew they were using it for the movie though.
That would mean connecting it to Frankenstein. What the?
I mean, yeah, because the Gargantua spawned Frankenstein. Although the American version doesn't even reference it, so you could still pull it off just fine. Side series could be Godzilla Strikes Again, Godzilla Rise of the Titans. The next movie, I'm sure, will be Destroy All Titans. That's the title I'd go with.
You know what I wanted, and I said this in my stream earlier today. I've always wanted one final. I know this sounds dumb, but one final solo Godzilla movie. Just Godzilla comes, destroys a bunch of stuff, and leaves. Keep it the tone of 2014. Don't involve any other kaiju. Just do that.
Well, that's what Shin Godzilla is for.
That's yeah, I guess it is kind of the Americans' job to make it like crazy, but
right. And like nowadays, it's to the point where I'm just like, there has to be other monsters in the movie. At least for me personally, unless you do something along the lines of Shin. But for me, I'm just like, there needs to be more, at least. So even Evangelion in the MonsterVerse, how cool would it be? Yeah, I'm all for it. I just rewatched all of Evangelion. Yeah, Jared. Brad Pitt needs to be in that movie for sure. What about Mecha Ghidorah in the MonsterVerse or Mecha Kong? Yeah, just give me all the goddamn mechas you can find. Just give me
Mecha Kong. What if they actually had Mecha Kong in this movie?
Or no, it's their correct term is Mechanic Kong.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I want to see. You ever see that fan art? It's parodying BVS where it's Kong and the Mechanicon armor fighting Godzilla, and it's like save Mothra. Why'd you say that name?
You know what? You know what's kind of funny? Like Mecha Godzilla is a huge character. I bet nobody outside of our fan base like realizes that Mecha Kong came first.
Yeah, he did.
Weird thing to think about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy. But Mecha Godzilla already has like more mainstream recognition than I think in the US, the Titans that have the most recognition would be probably Mothra, Mecha G, Ghidorah. I think Rodan too. I mean, just the big Toho 5, I guess. But I think Mecha G would probably be like the second most well known, or maybe third after Mothra. At least that's my mind. I think. What do you think? Because he's already appeared in Ready Player One like a year or two ago.
Right. By the way, to mention your comment there. So
actually, was that Mogira or Magara? Because I know there's a difference in names, Justin.
Sure, but listen. So this comment here about Mecha Godzilla being like Kiryu, I was thinking, what if they use like the bones from the Philippines from the 2014?
Did you read Aftershock by any chance?
No,
Oh well, there you go. There's a problem right there. You got to read it. It explains more.
I didn't feel like buying it. I bought Skull Island: Birth of Kong.
Come on, it's like $5. You can get it. Just get the digital copy off Comixology to read it, or read comics online if you ever want to read it.
I hope
But
they do another Kong comic for this movie.
oh, they are. It's already been confirmed. There's going to be a Kong comic. There's going to be two of them, from what I heard. I did a
Awesome.
video on it, like on their marketing. They're going to do like two different comics or something. How do you think to introduce Anguirus? I just kind of have him be like something coming out of the Hollow Earth, kind of like what they did with the other Titans, Jared. That's right, Justin. Agura predates Mecha Kong by 10 years.
That is true.
What if they bring Orca back for the mod? Yeah, I think Mecha Godzilla will be incorporated with some Orca technology. I think that's a way to get.
Would it be
Titans.
though? Because if it's a mech, how the hell would it have to do with the bioacoustics? Unless it's how they like program it.
Yeah, the Orca is a machine, right? It utilizes bioacoustics.
You know what would be messed up if they put the Orca in Mecha Godzilla and he can control everything that way.
That's what I was just kind of saying. So that's the way to do it. You just kind of implement it in there. You can blast it on the speakers.
This movie already looks like Primal Rage, Johnny.
Oh yeah, we got a Monster Hunter movie coming out in September. We're in a golden age of monster movies. We just are. Like, I just wish I would have gotten these movies more when I was younger, because we got like jack shit in the 2000s. Like, there's like 2 monster movies in the 2000s, or yeah, only, like there was Cloverfield and Peter Jackson's King Kong. Other than that, we got nothing.
Come on, what about all the sci-fi movies?
Right. I mean stateside, because like Japan obviously had a few Godzilla movies, but like there was like that dead zone of time. Like, we never got any kaiju movies aside from Cloverfield. And if you count like what was it, Clash of the Titans, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, Justin, I'm sure we'll probably get some more of those other Titans in there. There's going to be a lot of them in the movie. Space Godzilla shows up, post-credit scene. Yeah, I would love Space Godzilla to show up. Somebody will probably just be like, when he shows up, what is this, like Space Godzilla? All right, we're going with that name. Even though it sounds like, when you say it out loud, it sounds, I'm so used to it, but some people are like, yeah, it sounds kind of dumb. But I like Space Godzilla.
So why that? I'm trying to figure this thing out, dude. Like, what is this thing?
It's a creature in the Hollow Earth. That's what it's going to be, because they're going to explore the Hollow Earth looking for the Titan's origins. And they're going to discover a whole entire underground ecosystem that's like way bigger than anyone expected. It's going to be like when that movie Journey to the Center of the Earth. Boom.
Johnny, yeah, it should be the red bamboo. Bring it back from
yeah, okay. Bring back the red bamboo. They don't get enough street cred.
And I think, you know what, the Hollow Earth might make sense, because I keep saying this, and nobody's mentioned this, by the way, but so if you read the Skull Island comic, you know that Aaron Brooks, Houston Brooks' son, is still on the island as long as he's not dead. And in 2012, Houston went to Skull Island, but we don't know what happened. We never got a continuation of that. So maybe he's still there.
Somebody just pointed out something. Zoom in on the box. Look at that. You can see the face behind the figure.
No, pretty sure that's the logo of the.
No. Zoom in closer. I see an eye. I see the mouth and everything.
Yeah, that's the logo of these people, because they have another one on the other pictures too.
Yeah, but like the Nozuki one, is that Godzilla? Or is that? You see that? You see the face right behind?
Yeah, I see it, but it's in all of them.
Oh, okay. No, that's different. That looks a little different. Or wait, no, maybe? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's the same image. But like that looks a little like what Titan is that? Is that Godzilla, or is that like something else?
Big Gabra.
Yes, Gabra. Okay, Gabra confirmed. Just like I thought.
Yes, it's a logo, guys. It's not the.
Okay.
Dude, what if Gabra was the final villain?
That'd be the greatest troll in history.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, Nozuki looks kind of like one of those weird dragons from like was that movie D Wars? Oh god, that's another monster movie I forgot about. I miss the early 2000s in terms of Sci-Fi Channel original movies. They would try, and it would be more funny because they were bad that way. Whereas nowadays it's like you just get the Asylum, and it's just kind of like it loses the fun. Okay. What do we got here? I was hasting Godzilla. I like the design of Nozuki. Yep, differ enough from the other monsters. The human villains of my Son of Godzilla idea would be 2 mercenaries who are former Monarch members. They deal in Titan black marketing, and they have 8 hyenas for hunting dogs, genetically engineered ones or something like that. I don't know. All right, what else are we going to talk about with this thing?
Who knows? I was just kind of interacting with the chat while we're sitting here.
Yeah, it's fun. You get the whole chat together. Everybody's having a good old time.
Let's go check out my favorite website.
Oh God, what's your favorite website? What hentai site is this?
Oh, shut up.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Bible Black. All right, never mind. This chair I'm sitting in is not very good. I feel like it's gonna break on me. All right, what are we on?
Fantastic background, by the way.
Is it the Monsterverse one? Oh yeah, the chat of backgrounds. Back on
let's see.
I forgot to mention D-War Death Kappa and that.
Weapon speculation.
Yeah, those toys won't be out till the fall. Nobody's going to the stores right now. I mean, certain stores.
Yeah.
All right, this is just the Monsterverse Reddit. I never go on Reddit. Like, I never do.
This is where I get a lot of my news.
Yeah, like I never go on Reddit, and I never really go on Discord.
Oh my goodness.
All right, I can't read that because it's so damn blurry. If I just full screen. So yeah, the Quest episode, Godzilla animated series, blah 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 blah. Fan of both Godzilla and Kong. New emoji user. Possible new leaks. Playmate figures. What's worse? Snake Dude has a name. Spoilers. Spoilers. Weapon speculation. Spoilers. Spoilers. I mean, isn't it crazy how like the leaks, the supposed like plot synopsis for this movie have changed so much?
G versus K versus BW. What?
Oh, Black Widow. That's what it is. Huh?
Oh my god.
Who else wants a Kong anime and a crossover of Sailor Moon and Godzilla? Yes, of course. Oh no, they kind of did that. What was that? Symphogear was the crossover that they did. So if you want kind of that idea, it's there. When is that that Snowzilla? You know which one I'm talking about? The anime one that we saw like a clip of back in December. Do you know when that's coming out? It was like in a really the Snow Godzilla one. Don't you remember?
Oh god.
Here, I'm gonna look it up right now.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that, but
yeah, it was just one thing. Let's
as soon as we mention anime, Jack starts commenting again.
Ooh, what kind of anime? Oh, Jack forever tainted something precious with Dragon Ball Z for me. And Jack knows what I'm talking about. His Valentine's Day special. I'll never forget. Here it is. Or it's what is it? Shinkalian anime film. And they have the snow look to them.
Do you see like a picture or something or
Oh yeah, I'll send a link in the private chat so you can pull it up on your screen. All right, I sent a link in the private chat so you can do a screen share.
Epic.
Yeah, like it was Shinkalian. I forgot the name of it, but I really like the clip, and I'm actually quite excited for to pick that up. I'm still mad that they never released the anime trilogy on Blu-ray in the States. I mean, it's been a few years now. When is this damn thing going to get released stateside? I mean, Netflix releases a lot of their stuff. Care. I want it for collection purposes, just like I want Zone Fighter released legally. Jack Black can have a role in my GBK sequel. Yeah, just have Jack Black and everything. Snow G's from Shinkalian, Henkai Robo Shinkalian, the movie The Marvelous Fast Alpha X that comes from the future. Jesus Christ, why does Japan have such long fucking titles? I mean, like, it's just so excessive. How many, like how am I going to remember all that? Shinkansen, Henkai, Robo, Shinkali in the movie, The Marvelous Fast, Alpha X, that comes from the future. Oh my god, like, try and say that 5 times fast. It's exhausting. Yep, there he is. Here, full screen that bitch. Or probably
Oh,
not.
my computer will absolutely break if I do that.
Oh, okay. Mermaid Melody, Tokyo means the
Doesn't
Monsterverse
look
would be
too
dope
bad.
and nice. Yeah, I like it. The roars there, the abilities, like you see the snow beam kind of. I'm like, that's neat. I like the fact that like we're in a resurgence right now with the character in terms of him showing up. Toho's just like, yeah, fuck it, put him in this, put him in that, because they're really working on making him like a huge brand for today. Like he's
Yeah.
always been a big thing for Japan, but like his worldwide appeal has definitely gone up over the past couple of years. So it's really going to take off this year, even more so. I think it's going to be kind of like I think it's going to be a huge success. This movie, and I know we're optimistic about King of the Monsters, but people are more than likely going to show up for this crossover movie more so than the solo films.
Well,
That's
this
just
is
the way
this is name recognition.
Right. This has the name recognition, and it's got that going for it. It's a big deal. Like it's been something that's been talked about in pop culture for like 60 years, just kind of referenced everywhere. So it's going to have people who didn't see the other movie show up. Like, because I remember I was talking to my cousin who had never seen any of these movies. He was like, "Oh, they're going to make that." I'm like, "Yeah, it's part of this shared universe." So I learned of the movies. He's like, "Wow, these are all really good." It's like, "Yep, now you're pumped up," because he'd never really watched any of these types of movies before. So I'm like, and then they enjoyed each one. So say,
Right.
Sean, to let you know the tone of my Son of Godzilla is like that of E.T. and Iron Giant. Nice. I love Iron Giant. I like E.T. I never really loved it though, but I love Iron Giant. So I just jumped in. What spoilers you guys covering? Paul, we pretty much just kind of went over the toy leaks and kind of detail, just discussing different ideas and things we had. We showed images of the
Yep.
old ones that leaked a few months ago, and then the new stuff that came out yesterday.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much the gist of it. We also talked about how Kong's battle axe could be made from Godzilla's dorsal fin.
Yeah.
Or dorsal plate.
And this kind of serves as the theory video I was going to do today. So because we discussed a lot of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
I said Snow Godzilla is only a cameo, but how much of a cameo is what I want to know. Yes, I do want to see the Wolfman movie come out with Godzilla. I mean, Toho should just pick it up and be like, okay, here you go. They'd make money off it. That's what I want to see.
Mm-hmm. I keep thinking like, oh, we're gonna drop it out. We keep dropping viewers, but now we keep getting more people. So
right.
I'm just gonna keep this going. We'll just look at the comments and just get some discussion.
Yeah. All right. Come on, comments. Let's say some stuff.
It's been a while since I've actually like sat down and had a lot of people come on a stream and all that.
Right.
So.
I remember we used to like pack it in. No stream will ever top the epic live stream that we had.
We have to do that. We have to do like a reunion of that.
Yeah, we do. And then just my favorite was we kicked Nick out like right away.
Yeah, Pierce was like, kick him out. I was like, okay, and I dropped him.
That was pretty funny. Although it's kind of different with StreamYard now. So can you still do Google Hangouts? Or is it like...
Yes, you just can't live stream it.
That's so stupid. They continuously find new ways to just make it worse. So
I know.
Oh, and I was reading online because I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to get the community tab. Apparently, it takes like a week after having 1,000 subs for it to kind of activate. So
yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I'll be on and off because I'm finishing my review. Good luck, Jack. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I know which one he's coming out with next, so I'm excited for it. Dun, 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 dun,
Jack is going to be featured in one of my new videos.
Ooh! Is it that? Is it like Kong related?
Of course.
Is it the Skull Island comic?
No.
Oh, I thought you guys were doing that or something.
Yeah, I had an idea about it once.
Hey, it's like a King Kong content I don't think Jack's covered yet. So
yeah. Actually, Jack is doing. I'm not going to spoil it. What is the next subject you guys have in mind for cake every night? Actually, that's they kind of come to me randomly. Some of them are kind of on the fly, like when me and Sean tried to do the Snyder Cut the first time, and then you couldn't make it, Sean. So then I had Pierce come on. I was like, "Hey, we'll just talk about Coke versus Pepsi," and then we just did an episode. So it's I don't have anything right now, but you guys can suggest stuff.
Yeah, the Snyder Cut episode was a lot of fun to talk about, like the pros and cons of that movement. Because, like I said, there's a lot of good involved with it, but there's also a lot of like there's like a bad side to it too. But
Yeah,
that one was pretty fun.
yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, so it just needs to get more recognition. Once I get that community tab, I'll start sharing more shit too.
It is
Because,
a
like I
great
said,
thing, by the way. The community tab is a lot of fun.
yeah, I'm just pissed I don't fucking have it yet. I finally hit my 1,000 sub mark, but now I just got to keep pushing. So I recorded a review like yesterday. I've been trying to write. I got like 15 reviews I have planned, and I forgot like how out of practice I am at writing. So it's taking me a really long time. Plus, I got like work and school shit on top of that. I'm just like, fuck. How am I gonna get this shit
And
done?
Godzilla's Revenge.
Yes, that too. That's gonna be. I want to make that like after I get these other things done first. I don't know. I'm just like should I focus on that? But I also told people I was gonna get these other things done. So I
I
have
mean,
one of them filmed. I filmed
you,
one yesterday.
you realize that on that Revenge video, you're 500 subs past due.
That's true. I am. I'm very past to it. It
Next
will
it'll be,
happen.
hey, when I hit 1 million, I'll do it.
Well, I did say 1,000, so it's got to happen now. It really does. Once, like I said, once this jail stuff kind of passes, because I know that's giving my channel a big boost and that kind of winds down, then I'll be able to get that video done. I feel like that's going to be a huge boost for me. So, 'cause that one will be fucking huge.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that one's going to be like it's going to be the most smug, pretentious video of all time.
You,
And
you
I
should
love it.
you should get some of us to feature in it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I have like a kind of I have all like I know what I want to say, but it's just a matter of translating that into words because like I have all these ideas in my head. I just have trouble putting them to paper sometimes.
Yeah, I get that. I'm starting my own little review thing. I talked about it earlier today, but I mean, I've never like done an official like sit down script review, so we'll see.
Yeah, like me, like I used to, like my styles kind of changed over the years. I used to do a lot of clips, but because YouTube's copyright system, I kind of just stick to still images. And like I would write so many notes, but I'm just be like, you know what? It's just like I'm never gonna get to all these points sometimes, so I'll just kind of just like do a summary. Like that's what I did with my most recent review. I'm just like it'll be like I think it'd be like 6 to 7 minutes long, and it's like because the script was like 4 pages. So and if I read it out loud, it kind of goes to that point. But the recording process takes a little bit longer. If I have to like try and remember lines on the spot, sometimes I'm pretty terrible at that. YouTube, okay.
Yo, have you seen the have you seen the film core animation of how Godzilla versus Kong will end?
No, I have not.
Ooh, I'm gonna get that up. Film core does some fantastic stuff.
Let me take a look. Maybe I've seen it. Let me take a look. Is it film core or film cord?
Film core. Let me just find it. I got it.
That's over Pacific Rim.
I'm getting it up right now.
I've seen that like there's some people like some really good animators on here on YouTube like that Legendary versus Shin one. Like it was only
Yeah.
part one that got done. That was like movie quality right there. I'm like,
Oh
wow,
yeah, that was great.
that was fantastic. I mean, just the VFX alone are pretty good for especially just YouTube animation style. Like they're like a video game levels of quality. They're pretty good.
Wow, D-Man uploaded a video. Oh my god.
I know he was doing a live stream the other day, so he just looks exhausted in all his videos nowadays. So, but
Yeah,
yeah,
he did a video on the figures.
yeah, like he doesn't want to do them, but then he ends up doing it anyways. Like every time, that's the way it works.
He doesn't seem like he enjoys what he does anymore. I think he feels trapped because he has so many subscribers.
Yeah, I mean, hey, he's got like 70,000 subs, so like, good for him.
Where I haven't gotten to that point where I'm
Yeah,
like,
and like
hey, if I take a break, then it's
yeah, and the thing is, that he only like blew up in the last like 3 years. I think it was just those Shin videos he did.
this is gonna be super glitchy. And you're not gonna have audio, but it's
I could look it up myself. Fine, I'll do it
I would.
myself.
Oh god, I've been looking at the subs or not subs.
Oh,
The chat.
Is it the Godzilla vs Kong 2005?
No.
Oh, how it will end. Okay, I see it. I see it on my. I'll watch it. It's only a minute long. Leaked from WWE's.
Holy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh wow, the animation is really
You
good.
have no idea how bad. You have no idea how bad I need a new computer. I'm telling you, it's StreamYard. It's I'm never like this unless I'm trying to use StreamYard. It's ridiculous. There we go. Yeah, 240p. All right, let's roll with that.
Okay, I saw
God,
it.
and holy, I can't even get this
Yeah.
loaded.
Yeah,
You know
might as
why?
well
Because
just give
it's
up.
trying to be 4K.
Yeah, just give up.
I'm not giving
Rampage
up.
and the Meg
We're
should
gonna
have been part of the MonsterVerse. Actually, I'm kind of glad they're separate. Although like they could have done something crazy. Well, the thing with Rampage of the games, it was humans turned into animals. But the movie kind of changed that a bit. Yeah, there needs to be a
Yeah,
tie-in video game.
I didn't. I really thought that they could have gone the old way.
Yeah, Rampage. I think the strength of that movie, like I enjoy it more now. And it's just kind of mindless entertainment. And I think The Rock plays really well off of George the Ape, and then Jeffrey Dean Morgan just pops up everywhere. I'm like, it's really dumb, but that's kind of the fun of it. Like it just gets so ridiculous and hokey. God, that animation for like YouTube is really really good.
I know.
I'm like, why can't I be that talented? I'm an ideas guy, but like I'm terrible at artwork. I'm like, I wouldn't even know how to like put that in a computer. You know, like Ghidorah's dead. It'll be cool if they make a Ghidorah figure for the toy line.
Oh,
Look
that
at
was
those!
amazing.
Look at those funky dance moves of Kong. Kong's been hitting the gym. There's
My
gonna be a
computer was so
tree.
slow I couldn't even tell it.
There's got to be a tree moment in the movie where he throws it at him or like shoves it in his throat.
There is going to be a tree moment.
It's
There is. They already confirmed that.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. Maybe that's gonna be the accent.
At least the early reviewers said basically Kong throws a tree into his face.
That's gonna be kind of fun to watch. Rampage needs a
That'll
sequel
be
on HBO Max.
such an inside joke. Why
Right,
HBO
right, but
Max?
Give it to theaters. The Snyder
Rampage
Cut
did pretty
on
good.
HBO Max.
That'd be funny if like HBO Max is like, yeah, we did Rampage 2, but not the Snyder Cut. So
I would give him props for that. That'd be an amazing troll. Ugh. Kong also needs to toss G over his shoulder and G doing a stop motion kangaroo kick.
That will not happen, Justin.
No, I think he can do the kick though. He did it to Ghidorah, like he stomps on him. So
That might happen.
yeah, I could see the kick happening. I don't see Kong tossing anyone. So
You guys think the beats are 20,000 fathoms good? I made a theory video on that a long time ago. I said that the base in the Arctic could have been the Rhedosaurus, but just a goofy theory.
Mm-hmm.
But again,
Yeah.
Mecha Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just take a second and think about this. When you were watching Godzilla 2014 in theaters, did you think we would have Ghidorah and Mecha Godzilla?
I had hoped. I had really, really hoped. I never thought I'd see it in a movie.
Nah, it's crazy. 6 years later, here we are. It's like,
yeah, Johnny Gallagher. Hope the Meg stars, the Chrono sequel stars. Yeah, I think they're working on the. Steve Alden, the author of the Meg movies or books, follows me on Twitter, and I asked him the question about it. He says they're working on writing the script right now. But the Meg franchise, again, more monster movies. The Meg did really well at the box office, though.
we guys review the. I don't review toys, Jeremiah. Figures, I don't review them.
Yeah, I don't even know how like figures. Like I can do an unboxing or something, or just kind of look at something. But like reviewing figures, I remember I just bought the Shin Godzilla like NECA figure what a pain in the ass to get that damn tail on. I tell you what, I tried sticking it in warm water, it didn't work. I had to get a hair dryer in order to like put the tail on because it was like it wouldn't go in. It was such a pain. But it's on there now and it looks pretty cool.
Jack, you know what you should do? How about everyone's been asking you to make a sequel to your movie? How about just redo King Kong 96 yourself? I know you had some elements of it in there, but like just do a remake. But no, the Lego would be pretty cool. Are you planning on doing like the whole film in like a short Lego thing or like different scenes or because I know that movie had a different ending scene with like Jack in the plane. But Godzilla versus Kong is going to appeal to children. Well, at least the toys are going to appear to appeal to children. I don't know.
No, it'll appeal to children. Like I
If
said, I got my nephew hooked on Godzilla stuff. I took him to see King of the Monsters. He was dancing to the song at the end of the theater. He was only like 6 or 7, so he was like 6, 5, 6 when he came out. Yeah, he was like 6 last year when we saw it. So kids will have fun.
Yeah, I mean, and then adults will do it because
Yeah.
just it's badass. I mean,
Yeah.
it's King Kong with an axe and Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
See, I think that's what they needed to do to top King of the Monsters.
Fine, don't even ask me, Justin. I'm insulted. You don't even ask me too about my thoughts on the movie Rumble. I think it looks bad. It's a monster movie, but it looks really bad.
I'm gonna do with Legos. Yes, I just need to invest in these sets to make it work. But Jack, are you doing the whole movie, or are you doing like a couple of scenes from '96?
Jack, just don't even do it with Legos. Just put your hands, like have your hands like Monster Island Buddies does it, and then just film it from there.
I can't believe that channel has so many views.
No, because it's funny stuff. I haven't watched this stuff in a while. I watched like the first 100 episodes, and then like I guess the main story ended. It was just all of Ichiro's mind or something.
Dude, I got so tired of that.
Although there's some funny stuff in there. The I'm shooting a porno. That was funny.
I go back to create the wall. Look it up. It looks perfect for Kong's wall. I was saying Jack, that's funny because Jack's old popular videos are like Lego stuff. You know, I feel like if you go back to the old Big Jack Films videos, it's like all Lego. So,
I get 11 people watching. That's cool.
10. Speak of the devil, 10.
Oh, maybe because we're both watching the chat or something.
I am not watching the chat.
No, I have it watched on my computer here, so it gives you more watch time hours.
True.
So I'm helping you get as many watch time hours as possible. Like my channel, you have like more than double the subs I do, but I have like way more watch time hours than you do.
I know. I've passed the new person, Jason the Desert Fox. That's a pretty good name. What's up? I've surpassed the subscriber monetization minimum by a ridiculous amount. I'm 2,370.
Yeah. What's your watch time though?
It's gonna be way higher tomorrow because of my newest video, but from today's number, it's 2,055.
Okay, so you still have like 2,000 more to go or something.
It's been going up since I came back though. It was 1,700 when I came back, like in February.
Yeah, I'm looking at. Let me look and see what my watch time hours are for monetization. So,
see, Jeremiah, thanks for stopping by, man.
So yeah, I'm in the review process right now for monetization. Let me see where would I find that analytics?
I can't believe Jack doesn't think human care.
Videos, playlists, analytics. Okay. Where do I find the? Because I already did the monetization thing, so I can't see what my watch time hour is.
People in the chat, if I made a Patreon, would you be a member? Even if it was like a $1 tier or something. Just let me know. Because it would
I'm
support.
too cheap for Patreon, so I'll tell anybody that.
Because it would support this channel and cake every night. So that would indirectly support Sean too.
Yeah. I mean, I just show up just for fun.
Still a member though.
Right.
And I still had you run an episode.
Yeah, that was fun. Okay, your channel got 42,000 views last one. Where is the watch time hours that I'm
What?
looking for?
Go to youtube.com/monetization or something. No, don't do that. That's something like.
No, because it normally was under channel monetization. I can't find it anymore because I'm in the review process. So I can't see what my.
Oh, go to analytics.
Okay, I'm under analytics.
It's somewhere in analytics.
Yeah, because I'm looking at views, watch time hours. Where is this at? The last year. I'm trying to find like the last year's worth. Huh. Yeah, let's lifetime last 365 days. Okay, my watch time in the last 365 days is almost 6,000 watch hours.
Jeepers Christ!
Yeah, and it like all like hit within
What?
like the past month or
I'm about to
two.
start doing more streams.
No, see, here's what you gotta do. You just gotta cover the right content. Like my breakdown video that I did for that upcoming Justice League Dark Apocalypse War movie got me so many hits. It's almost at 67,000 views, and I'm really proud of that. And then my closest video after that's at like 18,000 views because I broke down the sneak peek because it's not on YouTube. So, and when the next movie comes out, there's gonna be a sneak peek on the follow up movie or something. I'm gonna do a breakdown of that because that's gonna get me some more views.
Jack, I'm telling you, we have to do a King Kong review on the Skull Island Birth of Kong comic. There's enough story there to make a full episode.
You know what? I think I'm just gonna review it first, just so I can say I reviewed a Kong thing that Jack didn't. I probably will just do that.
It's a really good little story. It's awesome.
Right. I feel like I want to cover some more of the comic stuff. I cover comic stuff on my channel, and those do pretty well view wise. Those are kind of unscripted, and I've kind of got like a pattern down. But for the MonsterVerse stuff, I'd want to write something down and like have it edited together because I did one for Godzilla Awakening, and actually, I did call us getting a King Kong vs. Godzilla movie a few years ago before it was announced because of Godzilla Awakening. I did. I realized that too because I'm like I pointed out like an Easter egg. I'm like, it looks like that. Are we going to get this? And then it inevitably happened. So, yeah. God, we're so fucking close. I'm tired of waiting now. I'm just think the movie would have been out already, and we'd be like on to the next thing. So I'm kind of glad it's not out.
But then again, it's like this happened so quick. Like I remember so far away, and it's like flying by.
Mm-hmm. King
But
of
like
Monsters
same
is
thing
almost
with
a year old.
King of the Monsters too. It's like I remember when we first heard of the title of the movie in like 2018. Like, oh, we got a year to go. It's like, oh my god, that it was here.
Mm-hmm.
Then they moved it.
They did.
I remember when they moved King or GVK to March, and I flipped out. I was like, yo.
All right, what is Jack saying? I'm looking at the live chat. Okay, I'll be talking mostly knowledge behind the scenes books. I'll also be talking about the Dark Horse comics of Peter Jackson remake with a Linkara cameo. Okay, he's got Linkara in there. That's cool. Stay safe too, Jason. Everyone's safe. Yep, trying to stay safe. Cool. All right, what do you say? To Sean, I will have Gabra as the monster antagonist. Yes, there you go. And portrays a predator that hunts, kills, and eats baby Godzillas and is more of a fighter. Oh, I'm sold.
We need more Gabra love, man.
Gabra's just the best.
Jack, have you even read this Skull Island comic? It is good.
I'm sure he has.
It's actually one of the first comics I've actually just read, like front to back.
Yeah, I do love the fact that there's a lot of good Godzilla comics out there. Godzilla in Hell is one you got to read. I mean, it's really just kind of like there's like no dialogue in it, but it's like all just really fantastic visual storytelling, just all these creative images. So,
you know what? I've always really wanted to see a King Kong, like a straight up rated R Skull Island King Kong, like don't hold shit back on a movie.
I don't know. Skull Island was pretty hardcore PG-13. There's some dude's skull, like some dude gets ripped in half. Like
I know, but like
stabs some dude in the throat. Some guy.
I would add horror elements to it though. Like I would make Kong scary. I would get rid of the happy 70s music tone, all of that crap. Get rid of all the saturation. Make it like a dark, scary movie.
I don't know. I felt like Peter Jackson's one. Like when they go to the island and have those creepy natives. That kind of like that's so like weird for the rest of the movie. Kamakuris versus Veyron.
You read
Yeah, I
Kong.
think pretty much just hardcore fans would see that one. What do you guys think of John Watanabe MCU Spider-Man director Rennie, my son of Godzilla idea? No, I don't really like John Watts' directing style. In his Spider-Man movies, if like the only creative thing in his Spider-Man movies was the Mysterio sequences, but like Homecoming action-wise is kind of bland. It's not visually interesting. But then again, I think that could be just the MCU like holding him back because Mark Webb's a good director and he was pretty held back in those Amazing Spider-Man movies. So yeah.
Jack, the comic was great. What are you talking about?
Okay, Jack's comment: Andy Serkis got hentied. What?
Jack, I'm kicking you out. No, I'm kidding.
Also, the 2005 film was pretty graphic too. Also, the Carnic penis. Oh yes, of course you'd notice that, Justin. That's all that's on his mind. All right.
You know what's awesome? Whenever I watch Kong Skull Island now, I just think like in that scene where Toby Kebbell's like in the river and whatnot, and Kong comes by. I'm like, hey, it's Koba and Kong.
Yes, actually, he was Kong, too.
Yeah, for part of it.
Yeah, because it was Terry Notary and him. Because Terry
He did-
Notary was
he did
also in the Apes
facial work.
movies. Yeah, because both like him and Terry Notary were both in the Apes movies.
Yeah.
Do you guys think Henry Jackman or someone else should? I didn't really like Henry Jackman's score for Skull Island all that much.
I really like the King Kong theme.
It was okay to me. Like it didn't like really leave an impact.
You know what I say?
Not like what Alexander Desplat did, or especially not what Bear McCreary did. I know Bear like remixed a lot of classic Toho themes, but he also invented some really cool, memorable new themes. Like the Rodan theme is really, really good. It's like you have the chants and all that going on. He's like Rodan, dun 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 dun.
Now,
But Henry Jackman's theme, like the only memorable like musical cue to me was the post credits theme.
you might disagree with me. I actually think the Splat score was way better. I think that they tried. I don't think that the old music sounded that great compared to because Desplat stuff sounded new, but it sounded like so classic. Like the Godzilla theme that he made is awesome. I love that.
I like Desplat's score. I still prefer McCreary's. Like I said, some of the updated things, the chanting, the tracks. I actually remember the tracks more. Granted, I did buy the soundtrack, but I really like the music. Like "Goodbye, Old Friend," I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
You have Serge Tankian on the soundtrack too, making it this bombastic thing. You have the iconic themes in there too. Ghidorah's theme I didn't really like all that much, but I really like the updated Rodan theme, and Mothra's theme is very beautiful.
No.
And Godzilla's theme is just classic. Like the moment I knew I was gonna love the movie was when he breaks out of the Arctic, and then you hear the classic theme in there just for a little bit, and that got me excited because it really kind of took me back. Like it was just that little bit of like nostalgia to kind of hook me just a little bit, not like overdone like what J.J. Abrams likes to do, but just kind of enough just to kind of just get that like excited feeling. It's like when you're watching Jurassic World and you hear that Jurassic Park theme just at the beginning of the movie. Like
I agree, Jack. James Newton Howard score was way better. In fact, the Kong Skull Island or Kong 05 score is my favorite film score ever. But
yeah, the 05 score is really good. It's a lot better than the Skull Island one. And I hate to say it because Henry Jackman did some music for some Naughty Dog games. I think he worked on Uncharted 4's music, and that was pretty good. But the Skull Island score was just kind of okay. I hope McCreary comes back for GVK. We really need him or somebody like of even better caliber. I don't want Desplat definitely won't be back, and I don't think Jackman will be anywhere near the score for this one.
There's a comment here I want to look at. Hey guys, did you see the Russian trailer leaks? The Mecha G looks kind of lame. What?
What Russian trailer leaks?
He could be bullshitting.
You know, let's take a look.
What? But yeah, Jack, I hope Jack agrees with me on this one.
Let's take a look.
I think that this movie needs to have the original King Kong score. They got to pull it sometime.
Yeah, I think McCreary would do it. Would definitely. Godzilla vs. Kong trailer. Let's see. Mr. Ruse and Godzilla.
What are you talking about? The Russian trailer?
Yeah, there's nothing. It's probably just a troll. Report is reason. Let's keep looking. Yeah, nothing. I don't see jack shit. Yeah, people are waiting for the trailer because when that trailer drops, it's going to be a big like nuclear bomb of a trailer. I guess it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
Uh,
Not trolling, but it could be. Yeah,
uh,
it's there's. I don't see jack shit on it, so I don't know. I don't
it's
see
just
anything.
images. Well, do you want to? How about you
Bear
link them?
Cruise.
Link them in the chat for all of us.
Yeah, let's see this shit.
You're not gonna get in trouble for linking it in the chat if it's really that crazy.
Yeah, because I just went on Twitter typing.
Who knows? Maybe he's European. Maybe he's Russian.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm just typing it up. And
Damn, Jack.
typing.
Oh, that's probably why your channel blew up.
Nope, don't see anything.
Jared, I don't really know many composers, honestly. I mean, I would say, I guess bring McCreary back only if he does the Kong score, though. That would be my only
He
condition.
would do the Kong score. He would incorporate it. I know he would. No, I don't.
Dan
see.
Elfman, maybe.
No, Elfman's just lazy nowadays, and I hate to say that because Batman '89 is one of my favorite scores of all time. But yeah,
He also did the Flash TV show from 1990, and it sounds very similar to the Batman theme.
yeah, and he also worked on the animated series for Batman a bit too. But that's mostly Shirley Walker. I just got done rewatching all of, like the animated Batman series from the '90s and the new Batman Adventures, and I just finished Superman the animated series today. Really good shit. Really great music for those. But Batman Returns, no, I think the '89 score is better, Jack, and I love Return score too. It's like do 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 like the Penguin thing. God, Batman Returns. I need to do like a live stream just watching old Batman movies. We all got to get on there and just kind of commentate on them because they just get so graphic.
So, Randolph, I want you to, if you can find a link to that, send it to me. Because if we got new leaks, then that'll make this live stream pretty interesting.
Yes, Randolph, please. I'm looking all over Twitter. I don't see anything.
I hope my video gets a 3K by midnight. It's 29:32. So, one dislike. That's pretty good, considering I had like 2 typos in there.
Yeah. See, and your video didn't get flagged by WB. I'm kind of surprised. They probably just don't care at this point.
No. Well, that's actually a warning sign because when I did the Fire Godzilla, then they just released a trailer. They're like, it's out there, whatever. We'll leave it alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm looking. I'm looking all over. I don't see.
He said it's not trolling. He said it's an image. I want to see it.
Okay, let's share it in the chat. Just give us the link. Show me the Carfax.
Tag me on Twitter. Show me the Carfax.
Yeah, hey, I'm looking.
Holy crap, these things look cool. Undead Studios, are you referring to my to the pictures I had of the toys? Because yes, they do look very cool.
Yes, these wonderful, wonderful toys.
They are pretty awesome. I'm very excited for the new kaiju.
Yeah, Nozuki.
What if they meant an animated Batman Godzilla crossover directed video movie? They tried to do that in the 60s. Toho.
Damn it, I really would have loved to have seen that. It's like my 2 favorite things.
Just, I mean, like the batshit craziness of the 60s Batman and the batshit craziness of the late 60s Godzilla is perfect.
Oh, just Adam West and Burt Ward and Godzilla in a movie. Oh my god.
It'll be great. Freaking Ichiro just dreamed the whole thing.
Yes.
Holy Gabra Batman.
I just gotta have the ramen. Pretty fishy what happened to me out there. Oh, and it happened at sea for Catwoman. It's all done in the form of joke, and it all adds up to a sinister riddle. Riddler.
What's up, Amir? See, I'm telling you, the longer we go, the time zones change, and I'm getting these more like these Pacific West viewers that are watching.
Right. Yeah, we're the good old fashioned East Coast things. Shit, it's already after 11. I do have to get up for work stuff in the morning. Dressy. Yeah, I'd say King of the Monsters is better than Fallen Kingdom. Fallen Kingdom is a movie. The more I watch, like the less I enjoy it. At first, I liked it a lot, and then like the more I watch it, the dumber it gets. Like, why have guns? Like, why have like laser targeting systems on guns aiming at people when you can just shoot the guns at the people? Like, that always bugged me. I'm like, why can't you just do that? You don't know that people compare King of Monsters to Hayao Miyazaki's movies. What do you think?
Mm.
Um, I never thought of the comparison. All right, where's those leaked images?
I'm looking on Twitter right now for anything.
Come on, Randolph, we need you.
Can't let us down like that.
No, you tell us these images, and then we don't get them.
There was an April Fool's Day joke that some guy made. He's like, "Oh, the trailer's out," but the lie was so bad. He's like, "Adam Wingard on Twitter." I'm like, "Dude, he doesn't have a Twitter."
Yeah, he deleted his Twitter after he got shit on by Death Note fans.
I actually thought that I caused him to leave Twitter. I didn't actually understand the full story because I kind of like added him in a tweet and was like ranting about Godzilla versus Kong, and then he removed himself from Twitter 2 days later. I'm like, ah, shit.
Yeah, it's all your fucking fault. Piece of shit.
No, honestly, especially in 2018 or 2017, we were secondary to the Death Note fans.
Yeah, because they were not happy with the movie. Like I watched the movie before I watched Death Note. And Death Note's really, really good. But like I guess the creators of Death Note were fine with the movie going in a different direction. Because I'm like, and this is a tricky part too is adapting anime because like I don't want something that's page for page because otherwise I just watch the anime. You know what I'm saying? I think it's entirely pointless to do a page for page adaptation of something for the most part. Like I want something to be faithful and keep the ideas and concepts, but I'd also like some differences too.
Sean, I'm gonna send you something on Twitter. I want you to screen share it because I know you're faster. Your computer's faster than mine.
That's right. Damn right it is.
It is pretty awesome though, actually.
All right, let Daddy share this.
Oh my God, stop. Jack keeps sending me like 10 pictures. Ooh.
Here's my option.
Basically, Jack sent me a bunch of pictures of old prop work from the Kong movies.
Yeah, I was talking with Jack the other day. Okay, you got
I
it?
think is probably going to be his new thing next season.
Yeah, he's got some cool stuff. Okay, here it is. Links to GBK, Funko Pop. I mean, this the Kong still on to be upcoming Kong with an X figure. Here it is. There he is. There's that handsome.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty damn good art. That's probably what it's going to look like too.
Dorsal fin. But yeah, I think it's just cool that Kong has got a fucking like caveman axe. Like, just
it is pretty awesome.
It's pretty damn cool. Look at that smile.
Oh, Amir, it's 11:08 for me too.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just saying. I thought it might have been. I was thinking a lot of people. I don't know if you can check where in the country people are from that watch, but I know you can check what country.
You can look at analytics to see where most of your stuff comes from, but for me, it's usually just U.S. stuff.
13% of my viewers are women, or 13.
Yeah, I've gotten more. We're gonna look at my analytics. All right, let's go to analytics, audience. Let's take a look at my audience. Not subscribe. My female demographic actually went up a lot more recently.
Yeah, because of the fanfic.
No, not necessarily the fanfics, because you make content that shippers like. Watch time from subscribers, like not subscribed, it's 93%, and then subscribed, it's 6.8%.
Really?
Days. Yeah, this is crazy.
I guarantee mine is like 70-80%.
Yeah, it's crazy like how my watch time is from non-subscribers, but every time I post a DC video, it's going crazy. Top countries last 28 days, only 43% from the US. Wow. That's like, let's see where my other percentage comes from.
I think Randolph faded away.
Yep.
Russian trailer. What?
It was the Russian bots. Well, I'm kind of disappointed, but who could have predicted this? Well, I guess didn't have anything. That's okay though.
I just want
didn't play my toy leaks yet. Yes, we have. Makes no sense though, because most of the lore describes him as being a dinosaur. Take that, you dinosaur. You know what? I would love that line in a new Godzilla movie. Take that, you dinosaur. It's like the best line ever. Another guy has an image, leaks his new video in the description below. And if you guys want, you can check out my channel. I have the links in the description of my video because I deliberately went out of my way to not show them because I figured WB, because when they had the leaked footage from beforehand in Toy Leaks, they would flag and take down videos. So I just put like placeholder images and I put links in the description for people to check them out. So I think that's as fair as I could get with it. And I think I try not to clickbait the titles of my videos. Um, like what you see is what you get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because like my titles are not misleading. Like when I did the video for what was it?
Jack, I'm getting on it, by the way.
The Pop Funko video I did.
Yeah.
Like that's Godzilla song Pop Funko list revealed. I put that in a question mark. So like that's not clickbait. Like it's exactly what you'd expect it to be. Or the Toy Leaks revealed new Titan name, which they did. So that's not big
Right.
necessarily. And I didn't want to say it in the title because some people just casually look at it and they'll see it and they'll be like, "Oh, you spoiled it." So I'm very cautious about that too.
How are you, Jurassic Zilla? Good to have you. Jack sent me a bunch of stuff that he's going to be doing for next season of King Kong reviews. So I'm gonna. He's actually really awesome.
Okay, what do we got here? If they delay Godzilla vs Kong again, then they should still release the figures, right? Everything's destined. It's coming out this year. They're not going to delay the movie again, and because they've already delayed everything else around has been kind of delayed.
You know what? I mean, I think at some point this is really far fetched. But if they got to the point where, like the film would get so crazy, like with delays, they just release it on Netflix.
No, they're not going to do that. They'll never release this on Netflix right away. This is not a movie to go straight to streaming. This is a movie meant for the biggest audience possible. They're not going to spend they've spent what like $600 million on the other movies or something like that. What was the budget for these things? Like Skull Island, like 180, 200. Yeah, they spent like over $600 million on something on the three other MonsterVerse movies.
There's like some behind the scenes stuff right here, by the way.
Yeah, it's some cool shit.
So that looks like native stuff from the original Kong.
Mm-hmm. Monster Talk chat. That's the chat.
This is a head. It's a big ass head. It's another one. This looks like
I don't think the coronavirus will get worse in the fall. I think it'll dissipate by middle of the year. Like,
well, what's going to happen is it'll be like the flu, or it'll be waves every spring, and then once we get a vaccine, it'll start dying down every year, and then it'll be normal.
Yeah, that's my viewpoint on it. But that thing is really just it's done so much. That's
yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, this is the 40-foot Kong right there.
Yeah, I saw these. You showed me these the other day.
The hand. There's the Kong laying down. Was it like heart surgery Kong? Turn off my vibrator. I don't have a vibrator, Jack.
Oh man,
my phone is your phone vibrating, Sean? My phone's not vibrating.
Mine? No. I'm on Twitter right now, and I just saw. You gotta look up these Ezra Miller memes. They're pretty fucking funny. Watch out. There's an image. You know that one in BVS where he's traveling through time? He's like, am I too soon?
Those are Color Rambo, the props for the 70s remake. Ah, okay. But
Godzilla Kong cinemas are closed. The cinemas will not be closed by November. They should open up by then.
Right.
I
think that a lot of this will be good by summertime.
Yeah, I don't see it going this long because they've already had like vaccines kind of like on the early stages. I don't see it going this long. I don't see us being taken down for an entire year, basically. So I think.
And again, I hope Legendary is probably just going to be stubborn and say, come to the theater if you can.
Yeah, and plus we have other movies beforehand to kind of just be the first testing grounds of movies, per se.
I think it's really funny that people actually think Black Widow is going to beat Godzilla vs. Kong.
Well, I mean, it'll make money, but I don't see the interest there like there were previously for the other MCU movies. I really don't see.
I don't watch the MCU anymore. I'm just done.
Yeah, and you know this is I'll give this year this is the only year where we're just gonna have one MCU movie. Just think about that. Only one movie in theaters this year. So, but they got the Disney Plus shit. But Disney Plus isn't like it did well initially, but like I think a lot of people have kind of dropped off from it
Yeah,
because they're just like, I got kind of
not
bored.
much on it really.
There's Disney, like I said, there's once the Mandalorian craze was done, like people just kind of dropped it and they'll wait till next year. So, because you got Hulu and Netflix and you got HBO Max coming on, just so much shit. Godzilla is going to hurt Godzilla vs Kong at the box office. It'll be competition, but because that movie's going to be like 3 hours long, and there's controversy surrounding it, and not the good type of controversy you want for this type of Bond movie, and the fact that the Bond franchise is kind of just the Daniel Craig films, like every like odd one is usually the good ones. This one has a chance, but Spectre didn't do quite as well, and Quantum of Solace was terrible. Like Skyfall was great, but this new Bond movie, I think it's going to alienate a lot of hardcore Bond fans. That's
Listen, Amir, like I said, the fact if Legendary keeps moving the movie, it means they have no confidence in it. They need to leave it somewhere and show that it can compete with other big names.
right. I think November, like we hated it at first, but they're still working hard on this VFX. There's no way it would have been done. So they're going to be good. I think the VFX are going to look really good. They tweak some things. It's clear that they did have test screenings and they did go over well. So,
Yeah, because remember the early reports of King of the Monsters said it would be bad, and then I agreed with them. So,
well, I disagree with that. I love the movie. I've only loved the movie more. It's one of those things where you just keep like I just keep going back to my favorite parts. So,
like I said, I'm just gonna make a sit down and do a video like why I'm just not a fan of it.
I wanted to do like a top 10 moments from the movie. So, or I wanted to do a video called "I Love King of the Monsters."
You know what we could do? We could always do a little like debate. Like I don't like it, you like it.
Yeah, that'd be fun. We'll be like Siskel and Ebert here. Thumbs up, thumbs down for me. So, I mean, like I said, I understand why some people don't like it, but I really love it. Like I've really grown to like it even more the more I watch it, and it's gotten to the point I watched that movie more than any movie last year.
It seems
2018, my rewatched movie was like Infinity War, and then 2019 was King of the Monsters. I've watched King of the Monsters like I don't know how I've lost count of how many times I've seen it.
It seems King of the Monsters was rushed. Yes, Amir, I agree. And then that's exactly why I was mad when they said GVK would be under 2 hours.
I mean, you can do something under 2 hours as long as it has focus. See, like I said, there's like I think too going into King of the Monsters, you had a lot of people who wanted certain things, and then it was just like a situation. It's like you have to please the people who didn't want the other movie, and then you had to do this other stuff. I think it worked out just fine for me. Mike got to make the movie he wanted to make. You can tell.
Yeah.
He was just like he just had fun playing with all the different toys. That's what it was. He was just like, oh, I got to do all the stuff I wanted to do. So he just wanted to have fun with it. It's like a big like fan film in a way. Is the way I kind of describe it. Like it's like a hardcore fan making a movie, and you could tell he loved every minute of it. And there's a lot of amazing stuff in that movie, score, visually, character work for Godzilla too. There's some really powerful moments in the movie too. And like I said, the final shot of the movie, like to me, is like an iconic shot. Just I love.
Well, I don't hate everything about it.
No, I know.
I just think it was a massive disappointment and waste of potential. Amir, they had 5 years to do it. They didn't need more time.
Yeah, they delayed it already. This had
Had
to
to,
do with
had to
it.
do with Gareth though, because they got Doherty in like 2017.
Yeah, because like Doherty came in, and Doherty seems to be like somebody who likes the lore, and he has a lot of fun with the movie. Like on Twitter, you can tell he's just even now he's just having fun sharing memes and stuff. Like he's the biggest fan boy out of all the directors from what I've seen. Although like we don't know how much of Wingard is, so like
Yeah, I mean,
we get little tidbits of it, but he's really secretive of his movies. So I like that too.
but again, there's only so much that he can't really control the leaks.
Right,
So,
because this what was it? What was the guy's name? Was it Sayaka? Like he's somebody who seems to be working on the movies, linking all the stuff, and I'm amazed that they would have him stick around if that's the case of it. You
Which
know what I mean?
I think it could just be an anonymous guy, but like, listen,
Yeah,
if I was working on this movie, why would you show anybody anything? Like, I think if I had every detail on Godzilla versus Kong, I think I would have to stop making videos about it, or
yeah,
only talk about news when it came out.
right. Or just react to trailers. Like I wouldn't.
Because I couldn't spoil it for people.
Right, I wouldn't be that guy. Like I wouldn't be the first to do it. Like I mean, I talk about leaks and stuff, but like if it's like if I had this knowledge and like I had the power to release it, I would have kept it under wraps. It it would have like been tough, but I would have done it because I'm like, no, we don't want this spoiled. Like I would have been fine if I never knew who Mecha Godzilla was in the movie, but because I saw the toy leak, I'm just like, oh my god, no way. But like I still don't know how this movie's gonna end, and I want to keep it kind of that way. I don't want to know like how the fight's gonna go. I don't know. I don't want to know who wins. I don't want to know anything about the third act. I just want the trailer, and I want to just speculate. And the thing is too that there's like a bunch of different like supposed leaks and ideas of how the movie will end online. I think that's a good thing because it creates some confusion kind of out there, so you don't know exactly how it's
Yeah.
going to go.
um, Burning G. I mean, I didn't have a problem with it. I didn't like that they showed it at all, though.
Yeah, the toy leak kind of fucked that up.
Also, how do these toys get leaked like this?
Because
Like,
people making the toys are really dumb.
or it could just be stores, people working at stores, like, or new shipments coming in a month.
Yeah, the toys have really like revealed things. Because like Skull Island didn't really have this problem. I felt like, or maybe just I wasn't as big into the leaks and stuff beforehand as it was now. Like Kingdom, like 2014, we knew nothing
Oh, there were theories circulating around about the movie that were not even close to the truth.
for 2014.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, there was a lot of crazy stuff. Like, oh, that's Rodan confirmed. That was one of the big ones I remember.
right.
So
Oh my god, that whole freaking thing.
hashtag Destroyer confirmed. That's my favorite one. Hashtag.
Right. And Amir, that's why I'm kind of. But this is why Godzilla versus Kong is going to work, because all the fans know a lot of the details, but the general public doesn't know anything yet. So the fact that the movie's, I think, like April 20th, it'll be like 7 months away. So considering that, the fans right now know a lot about it, but the general public doesn't. So it won't be like Godzilla King of Monsters, where like a year before the movie we had seen everything.
Right.
It
They're keeping this one like they're doing the different approach with this one because they're not going to overdo the marketing to exhaust people to the point when the movie comes out, because that was the mistake of KOTM. And I hate to say it too, because that first Comic-Con trailer is one of the best trailers I've ever seen.
that was honestly the height of its popularity.
For me, if they would have just the second trailer is what killed the popularity, I feel like, because the second trailer in hindsight is just not very good. Like the first and the third trailer, if they just had those two, would have been great. That would have been all I needed.
I really loved the yeah, I mean that first trailer was amazing, but like
The third trailer is really good too. The way they edited in Somewhere Over the Rainbow kind of and just kind of like mix it together. It's like do 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 do, and then just kind of like all like edits the music too. I think that
I think that
incredible.
I think that
one
the
is great.
trailer for GBK is just going to be nuts. It's going to be like, here's a big blockbuster, here's crazy shit. It's going to happen.
Yeah, and I think we'll see images of Kong wielding an axe. Maybe there's like lightning or a thunderstorm like strikes his axe or something.
Oh my god,
You just see Kong wielding a battle axe going into battle, and you have like a thunderstorm
dude,
right behind him or something, like a wall of death.
I don't think it's just going to be the name of this movie. I think once people see images of Mecha Godzilla and Kong with an axe, it will break the internet at that point.
Yeah, it'll be like one of those things where like Kong is wielding a fuck. They have to show him wielding the axe in the trailer though, because
Yeah.
audiences are going to be like, "What the fuck?" Like it's going to be one of those like, "This is so ridiculous," but I have to see it now because it's him wielding a goddamn battle axe.
Again,
We don't
for
need
the
grounding
studio.
anymore.
For the studio, it's pretty tough. It's like, do we release the trailer? Are we going to release it and then have to delay it again? I understand why they might be a little uncertain right now,
I think
but
you're gonna wait till May. I really think May they'll have it made and be like, okay,
right.
just gotta wait for the perfect time. Wait till this pandemic kind of dies down a bit in April, see how things are going. because other movie studios have released their movies, pushed them back. I think the earliest movies coming out is like July. So I also
I
heard
mean,
rumblings that AMC might not reopen for their theaters, so that's going to be like a huge hit to the theater chains
for their whole year,
ever again.
really?
I heard
Oh,
rumblings of that too. I don't know if that's true, but
Jesus Christ!
what if
I don't
Gareth
actually go to AMC that much. I actually go to IMAX more than I go to AMC.
well, IMAX's screens are at AMC or whatever. Let's go ahead and look at things. Amir, what if
But I
Gareth
just wanted to say that from what I've seen, from what a lot of people were saying, is late April, early May, and because people were saying late 2019. Oh, we got the trailers coming out, and then there's an aircraft carrier, and then that came true.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that
So
the CCXP footage, like 3 seconds of footage is all we got, and that like
it's still awesome.
it's just him on an aircraft carrier just punching them. Like they're
I
like
mean, people forget that was 4 or 5 months ago now.
yeah, and like it's a blurry, shitty type image, and like we're still like talking about it. We're still fucking talking about 3 seconds of footage.
Because uh, God.
All right, let's look at the comments here. What if Gareth directed KOTM? Would it still do good in the box office? I think what hurt King of the Monsters 2 was 2014 because Gareth teased too much, and Cranston. If Cranston would have lived throughout the whole movie and he held back a little bit more on the teasing, gave a little bit more action, it was a little bit brighter, there wouldn't be people complaining. I honestly do. I think if you had Godzilla's screen time in King of the Monsters kind of infused a bit in to Garrett's movie, it would have been better received and more people would have been hyped for the sequel.
I think
Plus,
that the script for Godzilla 2014 was way better. Like the actual dialogue, way better. King of the Monsters had some of the worst dialogue I've ever heard. Mothra, Queen of the Monsters. Like, oh my god.
yeah, but
Don't get me on this rant. I gotta be done.
I'll say this though, it has way more personality.
I disagree. Like when they walked in and saw Ghidorah, it was this epic shot. She's like, Monster Zero. Like, dude, it's not like the 60s. You don't have to be bad anymore at dialogue. You can make something that's like not childish.
I don't know. It was a child saying it though.
Whatever.
It's a kid. It's just like Monster Zero.
I know, but that wasn't
Like
even
because they ended up in the article, or ended up in the core. Like, where the hell are we? Oh shit, Monster Zero.
Yeah.
Ugh. And well,
But
it's better than the only good thing dialogue wise in 2014. There's only a few bits. Daddy's home, cake every night.
yeah,
I like Barnes Martinez much more than Ford Brody. Yeah, I mean Ford Brody, like when he works best when he's opposite like his family or his dad, but when he has to carry the screen by himself, he's kind of dry as paint.
yeah. Ford sucks. I admit.
Yeah, if he was there with his dad, it would have worked because he would have been like the straight man to his dad's like craziness. Ken Watanabe was good. He's still the best character in both movies.
Man, I really want him to live for King ever GVK.
It's weird. Like, see, I wanted him to live too, but he had such a good death scene, and that's the thing.
Yes.
Like, he had like as good of a death scene as you could possibly get.
Oh
these
yeah.
movies. Like it was so well handled. Like to me, that's my favorite scene in the whole movie because like it gives us some new things. We get to see, Godzilla's lair. We get to see him have like a touching moment with a human, not like the Shindo thing where it's a troll thing, where he actually like somebody actually physically, puts his hand on him and says goodbye, old friend. I'm like, oh, somebody brought this up in a video. They talked about how like Serizawa is basically the Commissioner Gordon to Godzilla's Batman, kind of. And when you watch the movies, it kind of makes sense in that regards too. But like him saying just kind of goodbye to like him like that, I thought that was really nice and touching. And plus, like I said, I like the idea of him using. I know a lot of controversy has kind of stirred around the concept of using the nuclear weapons, but like I think the way they handle it in the movie was quite well, at least for that scene in particular, because he's using because his demons like spawn from Hiroshima, and so he's literally using like the weapon as a means to make peace with his own demons. And I like the role reversal from the 1954 film, in that like he's not using a weapon to kill Godzilla, he's using a weapon to like save Godzilla. He's sacrificing himself to save him. I think that's a nice. It's almost like full circle for the character of Serizawa. So I know it's a different character, but like the way it comes full circle, I thought it was handled quite well. And like you got to look at it too, is like he's like the first human to set foot in there in like thousands of years. Like he's the only mortal like worthy enough to go into the temple.
There's a new interview out with Rebecca Hall about Godzilla versus Kong, by the way.
Oh, there is. Let's go look at this shit. Rick
Well,
Stanton.
not specifically about it, but it's involved.
Oh, okay. Well, let's find it. Rick Stanton is better than Ford. Stanton's been kind of divisive. Like when I saw it, like my theater laughed at everything he said, and then like some people don't like him because he's the bad guy from Billy Madison, so he can be pretty funny. Like he just
I still hate his character.
I kind of like him. He's one of those ones that's kind of divisive. Like there's some people who really liked him. So like I said, I went with.
See, I think the Verizon Sprint guy, whatever, he's Verizon, right?
The Verizon guy?
Whatever the hell the actor is in there,
oh yeah, him.
Yeah, he had better comedy because he wasn't just there to be funny. He actually had a role in the movie.
Right. I think they could have cut down on some of the characters too. Like I'll give it that. They could have just cut one of them out altogether.
So Rebecca Hall said filming was really fun. It was a funny gig for me. I have very specific memories of it because it was the first job I took after having my daughter. She's 6 months old when we were filming, blah, blah, blah. We went to Hawaii and Australia. She got to spend all this time on the beach. I don't care about your daughter. I'm sorry. Winnipeg, she was cold. Really? What? That's it? Dumbass. So it was fun. Great. Awesome. God, these interviewers suck.
Yep.
So that was nothing. All the actors have said it was fun.
Same with, they seem to be having a really they all seem to really enjoy themselves. Emma sucks, Jonah rocks. Yeah, we needed more of Charles Dance though.
Hey, we have a new person in the chat. Gilbert, what's up?
Oh, there's no different of Kong and Mecha Godzilla. Just Mecha Kong is more like a beast. Okay, yeah, sure. Let's bring him for a beer. Watch humanity try to take back Earth, and GBK Mecha G goes nuts to try to take Earth from killing all life. I don't know. I just want a teaser already. Laugh about anything, even a picture. Well, you got your toy leaks, Parakoki. Mommy Russell did nothing wrong. Hashtag Emma Russell was right. I mean, she was right. Look at the world right now.
Jesus Christ. I mean, okay, like, no, I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm done. I'm done ranting about the terrible dialogue. I was going to bring up the long live the king. Oh.
That's rough. I think that's like Hamlet or that's like Lion King or something.
It's so rough. Like, it's not, the line isn't bad. Her delivery of it is just so awful.
I don't know. I thought she was fine. I mean, she's like literally dying. She just got zapped by some gravity beam. She's like, okay.
Yes, actually, Madison, freaking Millie Bobby Brown, probably one of the better actors in the movie.
Yeah, her dad's fine too. Like Kyle Chandler was like the right blend of.
I like him.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good lead. He's a better lead than Aaron Hiller Johnson.
Maddie learned how to fight her own battles. Yeah, I guess.
Let's go watch my Tuesday. Eat your nerves.
Sorry for spamming the PM. Yeah, Jesus, Jack.
You know you want to admit it. I disagree, Pero. I really do.
No, Pero, you just missed it. I've been talking about it. To me, I'm gonna make a video about it too. Major disappointment. Oh my god. And it's crazy. I even like Kong Skull Island better. And like I said, that movie tried to be a goofy movie.
I think Kong Skull Island has the best cast of the movies.
Like I just can't imagine, because Kong Skull Island's an hour and 58 minutes, right? If I don't imagine that runtime being able to fit all this stuff for GBK. I just can't see it happening.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Without cutting corners.
Jonah threatens Maddie after she insulted him. I haven't read the novel.
Fuck. Yeah, Parakoki, go watch Big Jack Films teaser. Jesus Christ, I'm so pissed off about it. Anyway.
Unfortunately, it's the most well-made movie out of the three.
Yes, I agree.
I think no. I'd say Skull Island's probably the most well-made.
Uh,
2014 has the most haunting moments though, but
it's-
2014 is it's so fucking dark you can't see shit, and
yep, that is valid. That's a valid
you
criticism.
can't see. It's not well made if I can't see the damn movie.
I mean, when I watch movies, I turn the lights off anyway.
I turn all the lights off and I still can't see. It's
See, the thing about that movie too is that like when I was in the theater, when Godzilla had his atomic breath, nobody knew that was coming.
right,
Like,
like I said, there's some like my whole theater applauded.
but
Like
like with King of the Monsters, every single thing I knew was happening.
because you followed every detail of the movie.
Even the trailers, you could tell what all that crap.
Yeah, they showed so because they had to compensate because so many people complained there were such a lag. They had to like overcompensate in the marketing to emphasize, hey, we're doing different things. I know you didn't like the last time. That's what happens to all these movies. And plus, it was like a 5 year gap too.
Sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I just think the anticipation was. I mean, I'm telling you, 2014 best movie experience I've ever had. I had so much hype, and it lived up to it. And I don't know if that'll ever happen again, honestly, because that movie blew my mind.
like I liked it. Like even kind of going to the theater because like some of like I may have overhyped a bit of it myself when I first saw it. Like I think I really like the opening of. I like the first like half hour of that movie. I think the first 30 minutes is like pitch perfect for that movie. It's just kind of like I said, once Cranston gets killed, and then like it's all. It's honestly once Godzilla physically shows up is where I have my issues. It's the pulling away is where it
Yeah,
really
I mean,
like sucks you out of the movie. That's one of the, like that's my biggest issue there. If they would have given like I don't know, like you know how in King of the Monsters they had the Arctic battle. If they would have given us just that much right when he showed up, we'd have been fine.
right. I
We would have been
mean,
perfectly
I,
fine
I don't disagree with that, but
because the buildup is the best out of the three by far in that one.
this I want to come back to this because I'm trying to see what the background is. It's Kong, obviously. Like look at the beard, and I think those are might be his cuts right there.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't. I
There's
agree,
the
Paracoke. I agree,
image.
but I'm not gonna. Also, look at the back of Mecha Godzilla's tail.
Pero, I agree to an extent. Like the teasing was good, but you lose all momentum when you cut. You can't blue ball an audience for 2 hours that much. You have to give them something, and there was no like they built it up for an hour and then they cut away completely, sucking all the momentum out of it. The movie
Let's
is
give
just
that.
Jaws. Yeah, but Jaws has more interesting characters to follow along, and there's still like more suspenseful scenes in that movie. So the
Look at the tail.
oh, he's got like a sharp spike at the end of the tail. I never noticed that
That's what I'm
before.
saying, and I still don't know what these are. Like these things here, like are they like foot rockets or something, or are they?
Do you think he's
That
gonna have rockets?
that would be pretty nuts.
I want
So
that scene like in the original Godzilla vs. Mecha Godzilla, where they, just unleash all their weapons. Let me see if I can find it.
Mecha Godzilla has 4 rows of spines, by the way. Do you think he appears in
Do,
that much tail?
do, do, do.
Uh, Amir, I don't know how they're gonna do it, but I think that Perko, why does this have you concerned? I mean, some of it had. I mean, I kind of admittedly just wanted a simple Godzilla fights Kong movie, but it's at the same time it's gonna be a great experience, I think. But yeah, I don't know how they're gonna. I really don't know how they're gonna fit all this into the movie, but
Okay, I'm doing a screen share. Here, show my screen. This is what I want to see in the movie. All right, ready? I just kind of want this in the movie, just
yeah,
with
I
the
guess just like
two
yeah, like this, just like ultimate like this. Yeah,
barrage.
honestly, you'll probably get it. The '70s Godzilla movies had very good special effects.
Yeah, this one, the more I watch it, like I think this one might be my favorite in the series. Uh,
Uh, Pero, yes, I'm holding up for a trailer too, by the way. But again, like I've said, I think they're starting to follow the 2014 marketing because 2014's first trailer came out either in January or December, one of the two. I
December.
can't remember.
December.
Okay, so that's what was that? That was a 6 month wait. Then we'll be at 6 months in May on May 20th.
What kind of tone are we going to get for this trailer? That's what I
I
want to
think
know.
it's gonna be dark.
I don't want a 2014 tone trailer though.
You, I think you can do the tone without like not showing anything though.
I think let me see a good example, like a right type of trailer, because you definitely want to go like more like this is going to be like, but it's tough. It really is tough because you got so much crazy shit like in the movie
Yeah.
on top of that. So let me see what I can find something.
So, Pero, what do you think about the under 2 hour thing for this movie? I don't. Again, everything is wait and see because I can talk crap and then have it be awesome, but still kind of concerning. Uh, what the hell is this? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I
Wait a
don't
minute.
think this is gonna be like a darkly serious movie. It's gonna
Did
be kind of like it'll have its moments, but it's
Look at
gonna be
this.
an adventure movie.
I didn't notice this before. Why does he have yellow?
Huh?
Why does Godzilla have yellow on his spines? Because that is
Maybe,
not part of the background at all.
maybe it's an alternate. I don't know. I can't tell. These images are so blurry.
Yes, we have it. Yes, we talked about Nozuki in the beginning. Amir.
Yeah, so I think trailer wise, maybe they could do something kind of like you know what? I know what type of trailer I want for.
King Kong versus Cardi B. Yeah. Yes. Yes. You know what, Jack? This actually kind of looks like Super Saiyan color right there. Oh, you know what? Maybe this is where his spine gets ripped off and he goes like
Oh my God, Super Saiyan! That's oh my.
some crazy shit happens to him.
Last movie went Kaioken. The next movie's got to go Super Saiyan. You know, we've never had like yellow atomic breath or anything like that.
That would be pretty cool.
You know what? I figured out what.
Oh, you know what? Maybe it's another try me tag and it's not like yellow. But no, that looks different.
Okay, I know what type of tone I want for this trailer.
But
You
I'm
know,
just
I'm
saying, like with everybody. But I'm going to share your thing in a second. But considering that how tiny the Nozuki creature is here and how front center Mecha G is, I don't think Nozuki is going to play a big role. I think he's
Okay.
just like a cool new Titan that we're going to see, and it's like, all right, well,
So this is the type of tone I want for. I want like the first Infinity War trailer type vibes.
oh, sorry. Wait a second.
Well, like you can't really see it, but like just kind of something like just all the different things coming together. You see kind of the big build up, the music and everything involved, and then like you have like just kind of
I really think for this they need to do Skull Island shots. They need to show some of Godzilla, some of the characters because they're gonna have to show some of the returning people. Millie Bobby Brown, she'll be in it, and then I think they're
I
gonna
think they need to
show
hold
there's
Sean,
gonna
my
be
trailer perfect tone.
destruction.
I think what they need to do is have it kind of like you won't know it's GVK until later on in the trailer.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like keep it like,
Yeah.
okay, what is this movie? Or any of the other crap, then 2 hours is fine, but now I'm not too sure. Again, you can do a lot in 2 hours
Yeah.
if you have focus.
Uh, we'll see. And then when it comes to the trailer, I think that we'll kind of see like we'll see Mecha Godzilla maybe at the end if we're going to see him, but I really don't think it'll be a full body. Maybe not even a silhouette, but like we'll see some kind of mech kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. I really don't know how they're. Again, it's like with King of the Monsters, I knew the storyline and I knew the details. Here, I kind of know the details, but I don't know how it's gonna piece together really. Um, and I've been pretty annoyed with some of the leaks I've seen on Reddit. When I figure, does ever want the Rampage vibe? I hope the movie doesn't have a Rampage vibe. I hope the movie's kind of dark, honestly. We'll see how Winger directs it. It'll be interesting.
All I'm saying is a G and K team up is a big no for me. It depends on how it's handled. I think you could do like an emotional arc for both monsters and do something with it. Like I said, I think what'll happen is Kong will lose, but he'll be pretty much beaten, and I think he's pretty much on his like last breath in a way. Like Godzilla's gonna like finally like deliver the finishing blow, but you see Kong probably protecting humanity, and then you get kind of that moment that kind of mirrors in King of the Monsters, if you will, where Godzilla just kind of stops and looks at the humans, and then maybe sees Kong like the compassionate side to it, like Kong is just trying to protect humanity or something like that.
You know what? The way that I've been seeing it is, I kind of imagine like an indirect team up. So they're fighting, and then like a bunch of kaiju or a bunch of titans come out of nowhere, and then Kong and Godzilla kind of both end up fighting them, but like not like side by side or anything like that.
Right. If it was done right, I would applaud the movie if it killed one of them off. I don't think they're going to kill either one of them off. If anything, they would kill Kong off first. I don't know. It's tricky. I don't know, and I like the fact that I don't know. I think one of like I remember hearing something rumor-wise that like at the end of the movie, Kong tries to save Godzilla, but Godzilla falls into the Hollow Earth, therefore awakening something called like the World Titan or whatever, the World Serpent.
Where
Did you
the
hear?
hell? Oh yeah, people were commenting that the Nozuki's a world serpent.
Nah, he's not. But he could be something. I just heard there's so many crazy things though. But I kind of like the idea of the ending of the movie is Godzilla falling into the Hollow Earth, and you seemingly think that's the end of him. And then he's got to rise. In the next movie, he's got to rise out of the pit like Batman in Dark Knight Rises.
Amir, I'm actually way happier that it's Mecha Godzilla instead of Destroyer
Yeah, I am too. I think Destroyer is like the Doomsday.
because it finally shut everybody up about it.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't have not. I until the toy thing happened, I would have not expected Mecha Godzilla, and I'm going to be honest there.
I mean, Metha Kaiju had made videos or theories, and I was like, "No, no way, it's gonna happen." And then I was like, "What? You sent me this image."
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah,
I
that was
guess those
kind
are
of nuts.
officially hands after Kong rips out some of his dorsal spines. Lines of control abilities similar to the Orca and will be used by human antagonists. Oh, that's an interesting uh, theory.
Uh, Pero, it's if this was the last movie, I would not mind both of them dying, actually. But if we want more for the future, I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to try to leave it open ended so that they can try to make another one. And yes, Anguirus would be great.
Well, he already exists, sort of, not legally, but he does.
Yeah. Pero, you can get in on the stream if you want. I could.
Oh fuck! Is it already like midnight? Jeez.
Because I know, like right now, Australia time's like morning.
Red Atomic Breath when he fought Mecha G, just like yeah, I really want. I was kind of disappointed in KOTM he didn't have the Red Atomic Breath, although the Nuclear Pulse move was pretty sweet.
Yeah, they're more or less made up for it.
Yeah, I mean he, I mean just think about how much like one thing that King of the Monsters is better is the rivalry between the Titans because you really get the sense that he hates King Ghidorah. Like the Mutos he didn't like they just look like just a simple enemy, but he hates King Ghidorah with a passion. You can just see the look, like when he first pops out in the Arctic. You can just see kind of the look in his face. You can see like the emotion when he comes face to face, like the sense of like, oh shit, not you again. Like you can just feel the hatred and rage every time he sees Ghidorah, because Ghidorah is like his big rival of rivals, and he doesn't just kill him; he eats him and humiliates him when he
Right.
destroys.
Actually, I will say that I think that at least I still think the Muto fight was. Oh God, you're gonna hate me. I still think the Muto fight was better, but I would say you're right.
I
You're right that the energy between the monsters was better.
I see. I don't think the fight was better because you could barely see the goddamn fight. This one was more creative. Like he had different abilities showcased. You showed like Godzilla getting dropped from the sky. There's just a lot more interesting stuff going on in the second fight.
I
And
think that the Mothra Rodan fight was underutilized, though.
no, that was underutilized. I'll give you that. But I still think the fight was better in KOTM than the Mucho, because the Mucho fight you barely got anything. Um, but there's like the moments, like the big moments, like you felt more of an impact, I'd say, because there's like they were built up to them and teased. Whereas KOTM, there's so many big moments that it doesn't leave as much of an individual impact. Like when the first atomic breath goes off, like it's one of those cheer moments. Although I think the atomic breath was weakened due to the EMP attack. I think that's what they explained in canon. That's why it didn't come across as powerful as it is in KOTM. But like I said, there's so many great moments too. Like when he shows up in Boston, that's like a really cheery, triumphant moment. Let's take it right out of terror.
Justin, I still think the Showa Ghidorah is better.
No, I'm just gonna say you're wrong there, Smitty. I mean, I know it's subjective, but this Ghidorah is by far the best because he has like his heads have different personality. He actually walks like on his wings, like his wings aren't just kind of just there. And
He's my second. It's my second favorite. I like it better than the Heisei and GMK and all that.
I think this is the best version because like there's like a sense of menace. Each head has their own personality. He creates his own superstorm systems. The design is pitch perfect. This is the best looking he's ever looked. Did you see that giant 3-foot statue?
No, I didn't.
This Ghidorah was my least favorite, probably.
Jesus Christ.
God, he just hates everything about it. Why is this your least favorite? And the anime trilogy exists, so I
I'll tell you this. In 10 years when I look back, I'm probably gonna have less of a grudge on King of the Monsters, but still, it's like do you think it would have been awesome if Godzilla did the sneak attack on Ghidorah just like he did to the female?
He kind of did do a sneak attack because oh yeah, I forgot about that. There we go. That's right. That's what I thought. So it's not his least favorite. See, I'm anime trilogy is my least favorite. There we go. Oh, there we go. I'll give you that.
Like I just think the Ghidorah roar in the show is awesome because the Heisei one was awful. It was Rodan's roar just sped up.
It's like yeah, you get a little bit of the beauty. GMK. No, GMK Ghidorah is kind of the weakest because he's. I mean, it's interesting.
Yeah, it's not great.
No, that's probably the weakest point of GMK. I would have rather had the original version of that movie than what we got, but that's still my favorite of the Millennium.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Well, Rebirth of Monsters is a different Ghidorah than that. I'm surprised you didn't put Kaiser Ghidorah in there.
I think Kaiser Ghidorah is actually overrated. Now that I look back, it's like,
I think you should have stayed as Monster X.
Because I mean, like, what did Kaiser Ghidorah do to fight? He kind of just like flew over to Godzilla and just like bit him.
Right. It should have stayed Monster X.
It's like, what the?
Yeah, it was the sound effect.
What wrote in sound effect?
Isn't even Ghidorah. Yeah, it's still part of the Ghidorah family.
Yeah. Well, Paraco. I think that the Muto sound effect is kind of like a stock thing, kind of like how Varan has Godzilla's roar a little bit. Like it's kind of just like a stock sound that they're going to use, I think.
Or like in how they always use the Jurassic Park T-Rex roar for like every other monster. Like if you watch Avatar, they recycle it. It's kind of like a stock sound effect.
The Kong 76 roar is kind of like that too.
I did mention that, Justin. Roughly, because you were referencing the kids getting abducted and stuff like it. That was the Rebirth of Mothra. Even though his main enemy was Space Noodle. Yeah, the anime trilogy is like the only Godzilla thing I really hate. To me, like when I got to that third movie, I even made a video immediately after, like, this was awful. And I never say that. Like, I try to find good in every series, but I'm like, I hated it so much. I was so mad by the end of it. I'm like, what a disappointment.
Amir, I actually liked Rodan teaming up with Ghidorah. I thought it was cool. I thought it was different than like the typical 3v1. Actually,
I think Rodan steals the movie. His
sequence is pretty fun. I really hope he actually has a role in the next one.
Yeah, I liked how you can see him smile a bit when he's like taking down the jets, like he's having fun with it.
Oh, he's an asshole.
That's what makes him the best. He's like the Starscream of the movie. He's just like, oh, and then he shows up at the end. He's the first one to bow. My theater laughed pretty hard when.
Yeah, I mean it's
like that's genuinely funny because you like I like how you see more of the personality of the Titans in the second movie more so because like, I mean this is a fantasy. These aren't like fully real creatures. Like I don't like I think one of the things that sets them apart from other like animalistic monsters is because the suit actors really incorporated so much of their personality
Hmm.
into the characters, and I think that's what needs to they need to have that for these movies because I think that sets them apart from like something like Cloverfield.
Yeah, and you know what? I think that this is something that I made a video on a while ago, but I really wanted Godzilla versus Kong to focus on Kong as the main character and pull it off, kind of because Kong himself automatically has more personality than all of them. And
Right, because he's like primate, and you can see like the emotion in his eyes,
right,
and they really can do a lot with CGI. I mean, look what they did with the recent Apes trilogy, with how much
oh my god, yeah,
the emotion just like pouring off Caesar's face. Like,
right. And I think they could do something like that
I would like
because
a lot of the story told without any dialogue. I think that'll make it way more
I
effective.
mean they had some scenes with Godzilla. You could get a little bit more of his personality. I think that the fight with Godzilla and Kong will be cool if they show a little bit of that.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to really set it apart. And I want to see both monsters. I don't want to see either of them as the good guy or the bad guy. I want them in the gray area per se. Like you can kind of get behind both of their points of view. I think that'll make it work better because like both of them have kind of been built up as the heroes of their respective movies.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll be cool. But like I've always thought that like for Kong in general, like you could really expand on his personality and just have him be a character in some
Right.
way.
I
Like,
thought of a cool idea of since he's a primate, perhaps he could learn sign language.
well, that would be more of like a multiple Kongs thing. If he had others to interact with.
Right, right. I'm just saying because he is a primate, you can teach primate sign language. I mean, it
Right.
doesn't seem too far fetched to me because he definitely is kind of communicates with people. Anyways, he can kind of see their faces and kind of read their emotions.
I think
He,
I think they portray Kong as like a hyper intelligent, like kind of in between like the
he's
Planet of
the
the Apes
smartest
and
out of all
Nate.
the Titans. I'd say, I'd
Right.
probably, although Godzilla shows remarkable intelligence too.
His is more like strategic, I guess I'd say, than
Right, right,
like,
right. Because you can see him like even in the 2014 film when the Mucho's kind of coming around, he tricks it into like hitting it with his tail
right.
or something along the lines of that. But yeah, you see a lot of stuff with him.
Hmm. It'll be interesting, but I definitely want more like Kong moments in this movie.
Yeah,
I
I think
think,
I think he'll probably be in the movie a little bit more because you're able to get more emotion out of him that you can see. Um,
and I think that Kong will have more screen time because he has an arc more than anybody. Because Kong obviously way younger than Godzilla. Kongs don't live as long as the Godzillas do. So it's kind of like we've seen him grow up in a way, and we're seeing him, where he's
right.
come from.
Hmm. But I think ultimately it'd be cool to see both their points of view because without either one of them, like I think because Godzilla's played an important role of keeping the planet safe. Like he's the protector of the planet, and then Kong's the protector of humanity. That's the way
Right.
I kind of distinguish the two of them. They're the Batman and Superman of their universe. Both kind of a little bit of both in there. Like Godzilla's got like the Superman type abilities, but Kong's kind of got like the Batman origin. But
Yeah.
Godzilla's kind of like the watchful protector, and Kong is too. Like it's kind of they're both kind of little bits of both. I'd
Yeah.
say.
I think kind of an ending that I really expect is they both live and they kind of just like both like respectfully like agree to just like not contact each other and like leave each other alone. Like,
Right,
this
right.
is
I
this is
I think that
Skull
both
Island is your domain. This is mine. Like,
right. They both kind of have an agreement to like Godzilla like patrols the planet and Kong keeps the Titans in check on Skull Island. I think that'd be kind of a cool ending.
yeah.
Like,
Kong,
hey, look, we'll make a deal here. I'll patrol the planet. I'll keep everything out here. You keep everything contained in here. We'll keep things secure.
uh,
And
Kong.
then when we need you, I think it's gonna be crazy how he's just gonna kind of swim from like one area to another. Because like I think it'll be kind of an emotional moment for him because he's only been on the island. Do you think he'll travel through the Hollow Earth, or do you think he'll swim kind of like Behemoth and that did?
Godzilla.
No, Kong.
Uh, yeah, that actually is interesting. Um, I don't know how they're gonna do that. It could be human interference.
I think so too, because I think Mecha Godzilla is going to be because he's going to be. A lot of people are wondering like, why would you create a mechanized thing? I think you incorporate the Orca so other things view it as a Titan, and I think for close quarters combat. Like
Yeah.
inside the Hollow Earth is going to be the primary focus of it. If you just have a normal military vehicle or something like that, it's just going to get squashed right away. But for close quarters combat, you need something to fight. And if you have it modeled after the true Alpha Titan, Titan should fear you.
Yeah, there's so many questions that like I can't even think of.
They will end up in the city, Parakoki. They're going to fight in Hong Kong. That's pretty much a guarantee at this point.
My fantasy was really hoping New York.
Oh, and then like Kong uses like the Empire State Building as a weapon.
Yeah,
I don't know if you want any. I don't think they'll probably go in New York for any movies for reasons.
Amir, I thought they were going to do fake Godzilla too, honestly. But yeah, well, we know it's going to be in Hong Kong, which
or maybe Mecha Godzilla will be set up to like make attacks look like they were done by Godzilla.
Now, Burning Godzilla started off in Destroy. He was in Hong Kong, I believe.
Yeah.
Mount Fuji. You know, Justin, that would be a good idea if they did that. I kind of saw like Ghidorah's little like volcano thing. It's like, oh, that kind of looks like Fuji a little bit. But
God, that's such an amazing shot too. That's like might be my favorite. That's my favorite shot in the movie, on top of the volcano.
When he regrew the head, it was like, whoa.
Yeah, because because I knew about the head thing before I even saw the movie because I had seen the post-credit scene before the movie came out.
Oh my god!
I remember I was telling you guys about it because I couldn't help myself because we see this movie I can restrain myself so much more because the other one we had such a long gap that I just grew impatient after 5 years. I just couldn't hold it anymore. But this one I'm a lot more patient. I feel like so okay, you know what? I got so much content, I can wait.
Mm-hmm.
I have less than a year to go. Only like 7 months and 13 days, and then we're there.
Yeah, I was really hoping they do like a New York thing. I really hope they do more like Kong, classic Kong stuff.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have a little bit more screen time because like he didn't have his second movie.
Yeah, because we have to catch up with him really. I mean, we saw him a bit in 1995 in the comic, but like it wasn't so much.
Yeah,
Rob, it is a new Titan because to the original 17. Yep.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's a lot of cool ways they can go this thing. Now, do you expect? I think they intend on making more movies because they're making all these new deals. Like Toho's trying to make an office in the States. I think they're going to work more closely with Legendary. I see it continuing, assuming it does well. It will continue. If it does well, it will continue.
I mean, King of the Monsters made a profit, but it wasn't ridiculous.
Yeah, and the thing with that movie, I think that movie's more kind of just like marketing for the next movie. It's kind of like the Avengers type movies because I know people are just like, well, because Phase 1 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, those movies outside of like Iron Man weren't big hits. It will do way more than King of the Monsters. It's a guarantee. There's no way it doesn't do more.
Oh, of course it's going to do better.
Yeah, it'll probably double. It'll at least double.
Because I think people are going to have a different vibe with this one, really.
Right, and plus it's got more name value. Yeah, I mean, it still made its money back. So, and then there's deals and stuff.
Well, Kong Skull Island in 2014 made big money.
Right, and Kong Skull Island made a lot less stateside. But King of the Monsters, I think, made the most in China out of all the movies. And plus, it faced way stiffer competition.
Right.
Well, at least 600. Yeah, I thought KOTM would make a lot more too, but everyone just went to go see that shitty Aladdin remake instead.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting. I mean, if we're gonna go off numbers, technically Kong has been the moneymaker.
Yeah, because of its international numbers, that's what kept it up. But like box office changed a lot too since.
It's weird because you would think that Kong is like a Western niche and Godzilla is more global, but he's
made more stateside. Yeah, but Kong faced I think that's the landscape of the box office was different too because Kong went right up against like between Logan and Beauty and the Beast, which that was and Kong is more of a I think it has more appeal than both movies. I think because you got the actors involved.
Well, yeah, that'd be a good cast.
It had the best cast by far of the three movies. I'll give Kong that for sure. And plus, shot in the daytime. There's and that was I was so thankful for that too. None of this hiding in the dark stuff.
And you know what? Actually, Hong Kong is a really bright like city with like lights and all that. I think that they could use that to get away with the nighttime at the same time as like
And
a
you know what? It'll kind of come full circle to the start of Legendary's monster movies. Because I don't want it to storm though. I want it to be like night, but like not storming.
you have like a sunset battle or something that goes into the night.
Right. I wouldn't bet on GBK doubling Kingdom Hearts 1. GBK had more competition in the crowd holiday weekend and lack of general. No, I disagree, Alex. There's way more general audience interest. It's going to be like I've used this analysis before. Remember that Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao fight, and it was like this overhyped thing.
Yeah, like
And people went in and bought that, but like the average person just doesn't buy the average Floyd or Pacquiao fight. But when you bring them
right.
together, they're more than likely to show up for it. It's like the Avengers thing. The Avengers, like the first Phase 1 movies, didn't make much money. Captain America won, Thor won, Incredible Hulk like lost money until home video.
Yeah. I mean the versus thing. I mean
Freddy versus
Godzilla.
Jason, that
Yeah.
movie, like versus movies, just make way more money.
Yeah, and I think people will see how amazing and like just epic Godzilla fighting Kong would be.
And plus, like it's gonna be like have more family audience type appeal, like a big adventure movie, kind of something like what Jumanji did, box office wise. That's my viewpoint on it. I can see it doubling because King of the Monsters only made like 120 million domestically.
Yeah, well, I mean, what's up,
It should
people?
easily get like double that domestically because that's like a little bit more than 2014 did. So I think we can work more after the movie. I think so too. What do you think Ledger going to do next after GBK?
Uh, I don't think they're running out of ideas. I mean,
There's a lot of you can still pull from. I mean, look at it. They have 35 Godzilla movies. I'm sure they can come up with more stuff.
also the writers' room included like 7 Hollywood writers.
Right. So I think there's potential for a lot of storyline
And
ideas.
Terry Rossio actually wrote was one of the writers on Godzilla vs. Kong, who wrote the original 94 Godzilla movie.
Yeah, and
Which is an awesome script.
this is like his redemption for it because like his name's on the 98 thing, but only like in name only. Like he had nothing really to do with what Roland Emmerich and them were doing. And it's a shame too. I really wish we would have gotten John DeBont's original vision because they're like, oh, your thing's too much money. Oh, here's the same amount of money for the Independence Day guys who know nothing and don't seem to care and have.
See you, Johnny. But yeah, I mean,
Audrey's awful. That's in 98.
yeah, Terry Rossio. I mean, and then there was actually the writer of Pacific Rim. I think Uprising was on there. One of the Maze Runner writers, Pirates of the Caribbean writers. Not the greatest movies in the world, but I mean, if you have that many people with experience, you're bound to get something. I mean,
right. I was hoping. I just hope for some really good stuff. Please, just make this movie great. So many people are just too worried about this box office. I just want something great.
King of Monsters Thursday previews were 6.3 million early set, released 60 million opening, but did fan rush inflation. The film dropped off quick and made under 50. I mean, I saw King of the Monsters twice in theaters. I saw 2014. I saw 2014 3 times in theaters.
I saw it 3 times as well.
How many times do you see King of the Monsters?
For King of Monsters, I saw 5.
Whoa.
Because I wanted to tie my record of most times in the theater. But by 5 times, I'm like, okay, I'm pretty good. So, because I saw it twice opening night. Then I went like a few days later with a friend. Then I took my nephew. Then I went one more time by myself, I think. So I saw it 4 or 5 times. I can't remember. I think it was at least 4 or 5 times.
I mean, everybody out there, like, go, like, bring your friends for a second viewing, or like get as many people you can get.
Yeah, I think this will be over the holiday break, and I think they'll probably have like an election tie-in type marketing campaign.
Yes.
They really need to do that. It'll be like kind of a funny break from all the drama and tension.
Yeah, I mean, I would, like I said, remember I made the little little shirt like Kong 2020. Like I voted for Kong. That's the real election that people care about.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, like I was thinking, oh man, this is gonna suck. It's November 20th, and I thought actually that's my college Thanksgiving break.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be like a family thing. Like, hey, let's go see the Godzilla King Kong movie.
Yeah, I think that's going to be like the big family holiday thing over Thanksgiving.
I hope. I saw Kingdom Hearts 20 times at home. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen it over 20 times at home. So
I think I watched the DVD once. Special features I watched though.
Special features are pretty good. So I think one thing I'll give it, like Mike, I think Mike really loves the monsters though, more so he does the humans, obviously. And like I think the monsters are done like pitch perfect in the movie. So
I will say that. I think he understood the monsters better, but
because the human stuff, it's like I understand where he's coming from, where it's just like it is a tough balancing act for these movies to do because it's just like okay, you
yeah.
just want this, but you don't want that, and everybody has their preference too. Like because there's people who don't like 54, believe it or not, they like more of the campy stuff, or they like the Heisei stuff, or they like Shin, or they like this. It's the fan base is like there's been such a variety of movies over the years that fans have like their own preferences. People like the 98 version the best. There's a few out there who do, but
Nick.
Nick, yes. Even though I rewatched it like last year and I'm like, this is awful. Who in the fight got Gabra or Gods? Oh, Gabra, of course.
uh,
What if Legendary made a Godzilla vs. Mothra film? They can't because hashtag Mothzilla. Or no, they'll get married. It'll be their domestic dispute.
yeah.
I would pay to see that and just have them talking and bitching at each other. You let Manila out again? I'm taking the kids. God damn it!
Yeah, I think that but in terms of the human stuff, like I think Kong Skull Island worked better because Mason and James Conrad, they had like a relationship with Kong, and John C. Reilly's character had a relationship with Kong in a way.
Mhm.
It's kind of like there's a really good connection to him, and I think they can use that a lot more.
Yeah, something like that.
But it will be interesting to see how Godzilla and Kong feel about each other. Is it going to be like a dominance thing? Is it going to be like a, because I don't really see it as a rivalry.
Yeah, I think they're. I always kind of thought about them being kind of like Goku and Vegeta, but I guess that's not going to be the dynamic based on what Jordan Vaught Roberts said. But yeah, I mean, I always kind of just figured they kind of be something like rivals, but ultimately become. I want them to shake hands like Jaguar. Just give me
Oh
that.
my
I don't
God,
care.
no.
Yes.
Well, they can hug.
They should hug, and they should skip together into the ocean or something.
Oh my God.
Make it the Rocky 3 thing.
You know what I really want? I would laugh so hard if they did this. I feel like Adam Wingard might do something like this. Like at the end of the movie, we'll have them like swimming. We'll have like Kong swimming away or Godzilla swimming away, and then like play the other roar or something just to like mess with people. Like the alternate ending kind of thing. It's like
Fuck G versus Megalon. You know what? No, Justin. It's the best one. It's your favorite.
I do think a good ending would be to like kind of reverse the roles and have Godzilla swim away, and they just have him roar, like something like that. Just like switch it up.
Yeah, like I said, I think one of the rumors was I kind of like this idea though. Like, cause remember when Wingard shared that image of him falling into the pit, kind of.
Yeah.
I think that could be a good way to kind of end the movie. Where like this is like I mean Godzilla wins the fight. They fight Mecha Godzilla. And Mecha Godzilla like fall into the Hollow Earth. Kong tries to save him, but he's unable to. Kong inherits the title of King Kong, but when Godzilla falls into the Hollow Earth, it allows for like a new threat to rise, knowing that Godzilla's out of the picture, bigger than Ghidorah and all that, and the world is pretty much in chaos, and Kong's not able to handle it. And we see kind of like Godzilla's like coming out of the pit, like Batman style in Dark Knight Rises. That ultimately it takes the unified efforts of all the monsters to save their world, like kind of like Destroy All Monsters, basically. I think that we kind of, and then the monsters kind of ends that way. Monsters and humanity fully in coexistence with one another, and just kind of living their life on Skull Island, which is now the Monster Island.
I'm not saying expect failure, but
Yeah, I mean, I can. Hey, you know what? We went through King of the Monsters box office. We can handle GVK as long as there's other larger Disney franchises around UK. I don't know. Disney's had their worst year ever. Granted, this COVID things happen, but they are like hundreds of $1 million in the red. Every movie they've released has been a flop. Legitimately, every movie. Call of the Wild flop. Oh, what was that one? That movie that just came out. Oh, was it Overlord or Over Onward? That movie's like a $200 million flop. Everything they released.
Oh
Like
my
I
god.
guess, yeah, everything's Endgame apparently. With movies,
Dark Knight Rises should have been a two-parter. I wouldn't have minded a two-parter for GVK, honestly.
that's what Destroy All Monsters is for. Or called Destroy All Titans. That'd be kind of neat. But yeah,
Well, actually, I mean, they said this movie is like directly after King of the Monsters.
yeah. So let's see.
I guess it will be like the most like sequel-ish out of all of them.
Hmm. But yes,
Call-
yeah. I'm looking at Disney's box office for this year. Man, they have not had a good year.
Kong breaking Godzilla's jaw. I really want that. I don't know if they'll do that.
Yeah, Call of the Wild was carried over from Fox. Onward flopped due to subpar director and COVID. Yep, it did, but they're still Disney properties, but still still they're heavily in the loss for this one. I think the budget for like Call of the Wild was like 100 something million and it only made like 107 million. And Onward was like a $200 million budget movie.
Love to see Nick's reaction. Oh god, Nick has to do a Godzilla versus Kong review.
If he's gonna hate it, if
We're gonna have to
Kong,
hold his feet to. He didn't he really like King of the Monsters,
he did, he really loved it. You know,
and he loves
I
Kong Skull Island.
and he liked 2014. He likes them all, so he didn't like the animated trilogy though. He hated it.
Well, that's fair, but I'm saying like Nick loved the Monster vs Kong so much. I think he's either gonna be really impressed or disappointed by him in this one.
He's gonna he's gonna. I showed him the images of the toys in that though. He thought the serpent looking one. Why am I drawing a blank on its name?
What? Which one?
Nozuki. Nozuki. He thought that one looked pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll see. Black Widow has a record-breaking trailer. Is in Bond. Has Billie Eilish behind it. Unless QVK pulls Eminem out of their ass, I'll pray. Dude, I mean,
Trailers record breaking. They're not hitting
listen,
like end numbers or anything like that.
listen, Alex. Like I've been saying, if this film can't stand on its own with other movies around it, like then it's just not meant to be popular. Like I think that they need to stand their ground and say we're confident in our movie. Because if you keep moving your dates, it kind of shows that you're not confident. You know, like they should be able to release their movie and say, yeah, we have James Bond, but we don't care.
Black Widow's teaser trailer is only at like 40 million views. That's pretty low for a Marvel trailer.
Again, I really think there's falling interest in Marvel.
I think so too. It's just come after Endgame. I just don't. Let's take a look at their trailer view.
because they culminated and then they're like, that should have been the end.
Yeah, because Infinity War. Let's look at their things. Thor Ragnarok had 74. Captain Marvel had like 60 million views for their teaser trailer. Thor Ragnarok had more. Captain Marvel's second trailer. All these other trailers have way more views, and Black Widow is just kind of like around Doctor Strange levels.
Yeah, maybe I'm being a little
I
overconfident.
think it'll do well, but I don't. I think maybe 300 million. That's my max for Black Widow. Because, like I said, because of the delay and all that, and because people have kind of losing more interest.
Do you really think, though, Rob? Do you really think that King of the Monsters was affected by Endgame? People say it was. People say every movie was affected by Endgame.
Yeah, Detective Pikachu was for sure.
Uh,
John Wick still did well. Endgame was a leech that sucked up so much box office, but King of the Monsters came out in like the worst time, sadly.
I think they would have been better to keep the March date. But again, like, yeah, everybody can always say like so Bond moved their movie. They're obviously not afraid of Godzilla versus Kong. So like, why are we letting our movie get pushed around? It's so silly.
Just keep it where it's at.
No,
You just got to do it.
I think the November date's good. Like you said, a holiday. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, and like I said, it's the holiday thing too. And Disney's not unbeatable like a lot of people think they are. This is the worst year Disney's ever had. Rise of Skywalker made less money than Joker. Just think about that.
Joker was pretty fucking awesome though.
Yeah, I like Joker, but like Rise of Skywalker, the culmination of the 9-part Skywalker saga, did not make as much money as a $50 million Walking Phoenix Joker movie.
Like I said, Alex. Sorry, Sean. Like I said, Alex, we'll have to wait for the marketing because I think that this trailer is going to blow more people away than Black Widow.
Yeah, I do. And I'm not just saying that as a fan, because like I just the trailers have just been kind of generic. So it's got to be something big, epic, grand. So, and I think it'll pull it off. I
I
mean,
mean,
if we sacrificed to Anime Ghidorah, we would have seen Ghidorah's full design. You know what? It just the anime trilogy, Amir, was just such a waste for me. It was such wasted potential. It just, yeah, because people were still seeing Endgame. Then again, Aladdin made over 1 billion, so that had an effect. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it just kind of sucks. It didn't do as well as it did, but you know what? It didn't really matter at the end of the day because we're gonna get the follow up movies already shot.
also, I think it's really funny too that like people are there's been a period of time where, and Sean, I mean, you're a pretty heavy moviegoer, but like you can easily see every movie that's major movie that's coming out. You can see Black Widow and Bond and GVK. It's like it's possible. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it because I don't like the Marvel movies anymore. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think it's silly that people are like, that's gonna. Honestly, I still think that people would rather see Godzilla versus Kong over Black Widow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, yes, but if they're not willing to see them, I still think they're gonna pick the giant fucking monster movie over
Actually,
Black Widow.
that, Rise of Skywalker made more. And actually, I'm looking at Box Office Mojo right now. The worldwide total for Joker is 1,074,251,311. The worldwide total for Rise of Skywalker is 1,074,144,248. So there's like $100,000 difference.
Who's ahead though?
And Joker did not get a Chinese release either.
Oh, really?
Joker did not get released in China.
Dude, that's such a great movie.
So yeah, Alex, if you go to Box Office Mojo, they got the exact numbers there.
Well, Black Widow is an origin story, right?
Yeah.
I haven't even seen the trailer.
I don't know. It could have something Pacific Rim vibe, but I think it'll be kind of more grounded in our world. Because you don't want to go too far too soon. You have to work to the fantastical. Because
Right.
I think that's what hurts a lot of sequels. Like, look at Independence Day 2. Independence Day 2 came out 20 years later. It didn't have Will Smith, but like you couldn't recognize the world anymore because it was so different from where we last saw it. You couldn't relate to it. So you have to gradually work in the fantastical. You can't have everything super high tech, futuristic. I think right away. I think you got to kind of slowly bring those in. We find out since they changed their format. Yes, I agree. Box Office Mojo completely sucks compared to what it used to be. But I was looking for the actual data right there. Box Office Mojo used to be great, but ever since they had the fucking IMDb thing, everybody hates it, and you're paying. You'd have to go through like a paywall to get all the data, and even then, it's still less than what you had when it was free. So fuck
So
Box Office.
silly.
But I'm just saying that's where the data came from for the numbers because the theaters are closed now. So Rise of Skywalker is already on digital. It's done in theaters. So Joker officially made more money than it without China, even though Star Wars does terrible in China.
Damn it, I'm so close to 3,000 views. I have 19 people I need to watch my last video.
Everybody, quick, watch it now. Oh, fuck,
Don't leave.
Shit, it's already like 12:30. I gotta get up in like 5 hours.
All right, we can end this if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could in a minute. Well, we'll go on for a few more minutes if you want. That's fine. I don't mind chatting.
Right. I mean, I have nothing to do tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's right. You said
I mean, I do. We have like online meetings for school, but they're all like 2 o'clock, and I don't have one tomorrow.
mm-hmm.
Awesome.
So when I saw Pacific Rim Uprising, by the way, those aren't you if you're fanning if you're at a review a film, that's such a cheap marketing ploy. I think so because in Godzilla Revenge he had a really cheesy die, and him shocking Godzilla is really the only part that stood out. Okay, several comments have come in.
I know.
Super Uprising theaters. There was a tiny bit of people in there, and basically knew the story of the film before I saw it, and I knew what was going to happen. I did not
Yeah,
expect Day's intimate relationship with the kaiju. That
I know that was
I
ridiculous.
I think the most disappointing movie for me was Pacific Rim Uprising because I love Pacific Rim so much, and then just seeing what the sequel became, and I really wanted to love it. I I really, really did, and then it just kind of broke my
Yep.
heart. That was to me, like to you, what I think way worse than what King of the Monsters was for you.
Well, because I didn't see, I found out about Pacific Rim, like in 2014 when it was on TV. I hadn't heard of it actually.
Oh, Pacific Rim, I saw that one 4 times in theaters. I was so that one to me might be the best modern kaiju movie. I think it
It
might.
is it is pretty awesome,
It's
but
pretty amazing.
Stephen DeKnight, really his only credit before that was working on Daredevil. So he had to go from that to like the big screen, and it's part of my What Happened to series. I'm going to talk about Del
You're one of
Toro's
those.
original version
You should
because it
have
was
just let
better.
Del Toro make his movie.
I know. We're gonna.
Rotten Tomatoes thing. I think that's the case with it. Rotten Tomatoes is a bias. Rotten Tomatoes never trust that site. I don't trust it. I don't see a. I don't even look at the tomato meter until after I see a movie.
Jackson Gabrus stinks, but
No, it's not. Gabra is a masterfully crafted. That's representative of materials shown in Foley. It's so deep and stuff. Constantine, you want to see Gabra fight? Gabra needs to fight everyone.
do you think
That's
that has there really ever been a good versus movie? Because like everybody always says they're like these cheap crossovers, and they end up doing really
I
terrible.
I really like Freddy versus Jason. Freddy versus Jason, like the fight between Freddy and Jason is amazing. Plus, Robert Englund is awesome. I mean, I've met the guy. He's really cool. My favorite autograph I have is my Elm Street collection that he signed. Um, I really am a huge Freddy Krueger fan, as you can see by my YouTube profile picture. Um, but that
Yeah,
was to me like the best crossover of different franchises. And I'm not talking because we have plenty of Godzilla versus movies, but I'm talking about like from different franchises crossing over.
yeah.
That to me was the best one. Because other than that, we've had what Alien versus Predator, which is okay. Requiem is the worst movie I think I've ever seen. And I'm not exaggerating when I say it. Like worst theatrical movie I've ever seen is Alien versus Predator Requiem. I cannot watch that movie because I hate it that much. So
Yeah, I just think like I think critics hate the versus stuff. We'll see how like people receive GVK.
yeah,
Um,
what was the other one? Batman versus Superman is another versus movie, which I think is more of a mixed movie, mixed to positive in some ways for me. There's a lot of good stuff in that movie, but there's also a lot of bad.
like I said, that movie had more problems with studio meddling than really anything.
Right,
But
right. Not as much as Justice League though.
no, no. But like that movie, it wasn't like the merit of the verses. It was more like they were forced to do it.
King Kong vs Godzilla is awesome. Oh yeah, King Kong vs Godzilla is a lot of fun. It's very hokey, but I like it.
I rewatched that movie. Oh my god, it's so cheesy.
Oh, it's very very cheesy. I actually prefer the English version because I'll enjoy the more cheese. And
Mr. Taco.
Mr. Taco, yeah.
I
Freddy
still
vs.
love
Jason.
I still love the like Godzilla's entrance scene is great. And Kong's entrance scene is like I feel like they just got the characters well.
Yeah.
Uh
All right, we got a lot of comments right here. Sean, was Venom 2018 a good movie for you? Better than 2003? I've never seen 2003 Venom. I'm aware of it, but 2018 Venom, it's like I love Tom Hardy in Venom, but I hated everything else about it. If that makes sense.
2003 Venom.
It's like this really weird like horror movie. It's shitty. The trailer is just bad. AVPR was dark as shit. Yes, it was. It was absolutely atrocious. I was involved in a co-op review on that movie on another channel. What about the 2018 Predator movie? I enjoyed it kind of when I first saw it, but I rewatched it like this past year and I didn't really like it. But the original Predator is one of my top 5 favorite movies of all time with Arnold Schwarzenegger. That to me is a perfectly crafted action horror sci-fi movie. Have you ever seen that one, Ryan?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god! Like if you watch the first Predator movie, the score is incredible. Like it's dripping with atmosphere. Everything about it's amazing, and I think you'd really really like it. It's one of the greatest action films of all time. But it's kind of a hybrid movie too. It's suspenseful. It's just amazing. That
Yeah.
God, you got to watch it. You really do.
Do you want to keep? I think we should push this into 3 hours. So that's like 6 minutes. Then we can end it.
All right, we'll push this to 3 hours. So
Honestly, one day I want to have like maybe the day before GVK just have like a legendary like 12-hour stream.
I put this on my guest appearance playlist.
The cheese does taste really good.
The what?
The cheese in King Kong vs
Oh, yeah.
Godzilla.
2003 Venom design. Like the movie Venom? I don't know. I'm kind of confused by what Venom you're referring to. Do you mean the Sam Raimi 2007 Spider-Man 3 one? I actually like the first Predator movie. Yeah, first Predator. Who's your favorite monster? Um, I guess Godzilla.
Yeah, I'm kind of tied with Kong and Godzilla.
Yeah, Kong's number two. Number three is the Gargantuas for me.
Really,
Yeah, that's my favorite Toho movie. I think if I had to pick one.
my favorite monsters are Godzilla, Kong, Anguirus, Gigan, Ghidorah. Just because Godzilla versus Gigan was my first movie for
Right, but
Godzilla.
Guy, could you call Gigan a monster because he's kind of like a cyborg?
That's still kaiju.
I don't know if because like I think it's more of a mecha, but I don't know. He's kind of like a weird like mecha kaiju hybrid.
Yeah, but I think I don't know. I would also put Mecha Godzilla on the list of
He's one of my
giant
favorites
or
too.
giant monsters. Still,
Space Godzilla's up there for me, even though so many people hate his movie. I'm one of those people who actually likes his movie. I know it's dumb in a
do
lot of
you
ways,
do you like
but
Orga? Uh, again, I'm not a huge fan of the Millennium series. Granted, I haven't watched it in a long time, but
curious, what are y'all's favorite Godzilla movies from each era? I go back and forth on this question so much, and I can't really like decide what my favorite is. I really can't. I struggle with this every day.
King Kong
But I
versus Godzilla for me, and then uh,
like go with the original. I think the two I've kind of like really gravitated towards in more recent years are Mothra versus Godzilla and Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla.
Heisei.
Heisei, I like King Ghidorah. I've grown to like Mecha Godzilla too,
Yeah,
and Destroy.
Mecha Godzilla 2, I really like. Nick Jackson actually loves Mecha G2.
Yep. See you later, Amir. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't.
So yeah, go to J2's Reborn and Cake Every Night too. That's
Cake every night. Yeah.
it
Thanks
was
for
a cake
talking.
Cake Every Night video going up in 15 hours.
Oh, cool. I'll be half
Um,
asleep. My head canon has GBK ending the review of Hyper Mecha King Ghidorah with Kevin B. Yes, Kevin's the only one who survives. That's the funniest part. I wanted, what would be
wait, is it
funny if
Kevin?
it was Kevin was the
Oh,
only one to survive. So Kevin's the only one who lives because and think about it. What if Ghidorah comes back and it's just Kevin's personality?
oh my god.
At this point, Gigan is a kaiju in my book because we haven't seen anything explain how he was born or anything. For me, Showa, King Kong vs. Godzilla, Heisei Return, Millennium. For me, Millennium, it's GMK, and then I go Final Wars probably, and then the Kyoto ones, and then Megaguirus, and then 2000 is my least favorite in that series.
Honestly, I should probably rewatch a lot of them. I really forget.
I binged like cause since I've been at home working, I binged like the entire Showa series like 2 or 3 weeks ago, in like a week. And then I was going to go through the Heisei, but I'm like, no, I'm going to switch to like some animated series. Like, might as well get them out of the way. Oh, you
Uh,
subscribed. Thanks, Amir. I really appreciate it. Have a good night, sir. Do you think a Titan that can stop work? Wait, a Titan that can stop work in the MonsterVerse, a time-stopping kaiju has never been done before.
what?
Oh, something that can stop time?
Oh my god, that's like superhero stuff, man.
I don't know. Because it kind of ruins the fun of it if they can stop time, because then like everybody else can't fight.
Uh, I would also like. I guess if we're gonna go back to Millennium movies, because I have to think of one. I remember the Curio movies boring me really a lot. GMK. I have some okay memories of that one. I think
GMK
Final Wars. Final Wars is just fun.
Star Wars
It's
is insane. I love how crazy that movie is because it's just so off the wall, fucking nuts. Should the animation be considered part of the Reiwa era? No, for Reiwa era movies, it's the worst thing to come out of them. They each get progressively worse and worse. Favorite Reiwa era movies because I guess we're combining from like Legendary 2014 onward. Um,
would you
let me.
count the American ones though?
I don't know. I feel like I should count them.
Because then you would count '98 as a Millennium movie.
No, I count that as Heisei.
Would you really though? Because
Yeah, I'd count it as Heisei. But then again, it kind of comes in elements of it are referenced in the Millennium. No, because Millennium to me really began with because I wouldn't say that's the start of the Millennium era. I'd still say because at that time the Rebirth of Mothra Heisei trilogy was going on. So I'd
Yeah,
say
and didn't Gamera's come out in '99? Gamera had one in
yeah,
'99, so
yeah. I'd say it's Heisei, kind of offshoot era, or it's kind of its own separate. I don't know, Heisei Millennium.
well, yeah, Alex, Raiwa is only Japan. Yeah, I would consider Legendary its own like
Yeah,
Hollywood thing.
I guess you could say Hollywood's its own separate category, but Reiwa era, the best one was Shin. I mean, it's the only good one
I
of the
still
Reiwa.
haven't seen Shin Godzilla, by the way.
How the fuck have you not seen that movie? I don't get it.
I
I
don't
really
care enough.
no. I really want you to see Shin Godzilla. You have to watch it. You really, really do. What is it going to take?
I don't know. I have to be in a certain mood to watch movies, honestly.
No, you gotta. Damn it! You gotta watch fucking Shin.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jackson, I want to see Shin. Oh wait, 3 hours. We just hit 3 hours. I gotta dip.
All right. No. Wait. Let's answer like. Let's go on for 3 more minutes. We'll go 12:40. Shin
What?
Godzilla's overrated, but not bad. All right. Let me see if I can.
Shin Godzilla's overrated enough, but yeah, I can't say
Okay.
anything.
Here's what you're gonna do. Oh wait. Let's see. Own it.
Somebody sent me a Google Drive of the film. I just haven't watched it.
Man, just watch the goddamn movie. You're at home anyways.
I tried to get it on disc at FYE, but it was too much money for a
Just
long
order it on
time.
Amazon or something.
Pretty
Use
sure
some
Amazon's not shipping anything
they are shipping
non-essential.
stuff. I just got stuff.
Really? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, order it at Best Buy or something. Or just rent it. Had terrible proportions, maybe keeps it long like Metho Kaiju fan did. Yeah, Shin Godzilla, like that movie, like there's some haunting images in that movie. I remember seeing that in theaters, and but I do have issues with Shin Godzilla. I think the human stuff really drags on in that movie. I understand its purpose, and like I said, it just gets really bad. But the Godzilla stuff is so good in that movie. Have you watched the scenes though?
Some of them.
Like the scene in the city, like the 20 minutes of him, just like the carnage is beautiful. Um, and just some of the music is really good too. Some of it's okay, of the score, but like when it's just kind of like playing that song, Who Will Know, you really kind of get like it's kind of told from the perspective of Shin.
The big
It's really
the big scene that I saw was like one of his first forms when he looked like a dog going through
yeah,
the
the CGI
city.
is really bad kind of early on, but it's definitely got
It's
an anime
terrible.
vibe. Because like Otto made Evangelion. Have you watched Evangelion by any chance?
No.
I rewatched it again. Evangelion gets so weird towards like the end of it. Like it's kind of like starts out with the standard mecha, then it comes like this weird deconstruction of the mecha genre, and it's really kind of haunting and kind of beautiful at times, but also like kind of the end of it's just kind of weird. But they got like this rebuild series, which is like a remake series, but it kind of started going in its own direction with it. So the fourth movie is supposed to come out this year, so I'm excited for that. But the whole entire anime is it's all on Netflix, only 26 episodes.
Mhm.
And then there's this thing called End of Evangelion, which is an alternate ending to the anime because some fans hated the way it ended. Because like the last two episodes of Evangelion get so weird and abstract and very confusing.
Alex, I assume you're talking about my channel. I'm just wondering, how did you find my channel? It's always a good question to ask.
Evangelion doesn't have a good story; it's just all meaningless symbolism. Evangelion is one of those things where it's like I find myself watching. Not everything worked for me, in particular. I think there's some definite good stuff in there. It's more so like I liked watching a lot of videos of people talking about it too. Like, do you ever get that where you may not be the biggest fan of something, but you like watching videos of people talking about
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
I think Ava, like, there's a lot of it I really do like. I think visually it's an absolutely like gorgeous looking anime. It's like 90s animation, so it's kind of got this nice little roughness and grittiness to it. And there's some like interesting character work that goes on to it. Like it's kind of like you have to see it multiple times to kind of grasp a lot of it. And not like I said, not everything worked for me, but there's definitely some really strong stuff, and it's definitely something you don't forget. End of Evangelion gets so freaking weird, like because like the world they do this thing called the human instrumentality where all humanity kind of forms into like one singular being, and it gets all this really crazy weird symbolism, and the world just kind of like they play this song, and it's like this song about like depression, and it's like the world keeps tumbling down. Yeah, Alex does bring up some good points. So a lot of the characters like Themes are powerful, but it was executed poorly. Yeah, I think because Anno was just going through some major depression. He was just kind of using the show to work it out. Like it's like the writer just kind of hated the characters at some point. Like it started out like one way, and then just completely like he underwent depression and just kind of went this other direction, and it just went kind of crazy. So
All
man,
right.
I'm having fun talking down.
I'm gonna
Wow,
have
like
to end this because it's fucking 12:40 in the morning.
yeah, they're
Um,
still doing motion capture. Yeah, they're still doing motion capture.
all right. So thanks everybody for coming. We actually had better viewership than I thought. I think the highest we got was like 18.
Yeah, but
Not terrible.
the comments.
Definitely a lot of good people. Good discussion actually on a lot of different stuff.
Definitely need to do another live stream again.
Yeah.
Alex, thanks for the comments discussion. Everybody, Justin.
Yep. So yep, thanks for watching. I guess that kind of took care of my discussion video for today. Go ahead and look out Cake Every Night. 3 p.m. I think I scheduled it for tomorrow. Pearson, Justin, and I. It's actually a shorter episode. It's like 30 minutes of a cut. So it's pretty entertaining, I guess I'd say.
I
Anything you want
can't
to
wait.
say, Sean? Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just hit the magical 1,000 subscribers mark. I'm currently just waiting for my community tab to be activated. I think it takes like a week or so, but I'm going to keep pushing. I got more content along the way. If anybody's a fan of like MonsterVerse stuff, you can check out my channel. Or if you are a fan of like DC stuff, DC Comics, books related stuff, I think I should make a video on that Ezra Miller thing. That'd be kind of fun. You got to look at the memes too. Yeah, I got DC stuff along the way. I've been, like I said, that's given my channel a big boost. If you're a fan of DC animation, I got some reviews coming along the way. I just filmed one for Justice League War that I got to edit and put together. That'll hopefully be done by this week or next week. We'll see. But yeah,
Good
so
stuff.
subscribe to the channel. Cake Every Night's a fun one too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll definitely try to get another one of those up soon. Record one. All right. Thanks everybody for coming. I'm gonna end this. So pray for
everyone.
Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah, I hope it's fucking great.